Saturday. And what that means, ESFL. It's ESFL 129. We're the analyst desk boiler here with Showtime, Satch, and the new PlayStation champ, Izzy. Satch, how you doing there, my man?
Hey, we're doing great, man. We're just looking to get into these cards. See what's going. We got some great fights coming up tonight, so very
Yeah,
happy. Excited.
absolutely. Izzy, the champ, how's it been feeling? You've been wearing your belt out to the club. How things going over there?
It feels quite good. I love the attention, and I love the feeling of being the champion of one of the most competitive leagues in the game. So,
For sure. You got a target on your back now, but that's the attention. Some people love it. Sounds like you do. Real quick, we're going to look at today's card. ESPN 9, have a preview, go through it quite quickly. Of course, at the top, Zyaf looking to defend his Xbox belt against GodAteMyPig. Several other awesome fights on here. We're going to go through the co-main, the co-main, and the main event in more detail later. So besides those top few fights on the card, Satch, who you looking forward to, maybe in the prelims or early main card? What fight really intrigues you here?
Honestly, the first Broomstick versus Auto, and Broomstick, he came out on the short end of the stick in his last fight. He got knocked out to I believe it was EK Trickzzy, but he still has a really exciting fight style. I love the way he strikes. It's similar to my own, so not to say anything, but I love the way he strikes. And he's taking on another guy, Auto. He likes to keep the things on the feet, so hopefully we'll get a little fun technical matchup there.
Yeah, what about you, Izzy?
well, in the prelims, there's one specific fighter I'm really looking forward to, who's very underrated, and that's Leaxe the Great. Because when Leaxe the Great is in his prime, when it comes to his pressure, he's right up there with the likes of Swiss. So I'm really looking forward to his run after a decision loss. I'm thinking he understands that he needs to show up to this fight, and when he shows up on point, he's a dangerous fighter to face.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's go back now. Look at last week's card. Izzy, I'm throwing this right over to you. You're the champ. We're going to get deeper into your title fight, but feel free to speak about it a little bit here, but also run down this card, which is a lot of fun. And that Samurai Turkey matchup and a couple others, bang, bang, and death punch with the last, that tough sub. Uh, Run us through this, Izzy.
Well, when it comes to the main event, looking back at the fight, I'm very happy with my performance. I feel like I won the first two rounds, had his head held low. Zyaf, being the champion that he is, was able to come back and make it a dogfight in the third. But I feel I deserved the finish, and I'm glad I got it. But the rest of the card was just as exciting. Going down the card, Samurai Robin versus UFC Turkey. Samurai did get a decision, but that fight was very, very close in my opinion. You know, you know, UFC Turkey shows he's dangerous against everybody, but Samurai Robin was, able to mitigate the danger by, mixing it up with his grappling, which was very impressive. And that may be my next opponent, so I'll be rewatching that fight in the future as well. And also, one very notable performance was my dear friend Actions against Kamapulia War, who is very, very underrated. Kamapulia is every European PS player knows the struggle which is facing Kamapulia, and Spill Actions was able to shut that down real quick and get a very, very convincing finish.
Definitely. Spill is right in the mix as always, man. Spill doing work out there. Good analysis, good analysis. Now, let's go back even further. 2 weeks ago, the last Xbox card, ESFL 127, kind of the setup for today's ESFL 129. Satch, I want you to talk about that card a couple weeks ago and how it sets up for today.
Well, I was just gonna say this is if you missed this card, please go back and watch this. This is one of the most entertaining fight cards you're gonna see, even on the prelims. Guys you might not have heard of yet. We said we got FSK Ricardo and Haroon. Those guys went to war with each other. Same thing. EK Issues and AJ Guy had a great fight with each other. And like I said, this fight card was great all around. However, the fights that really lead into today, obviously Gamp came on. He was the main event. A lot of people said he should have had a title shot last week, but as we know, Zyaf took the week off. So he went in against FSK Jamie Bucks, tore it up. I mean, he looked fantastic in that fight. And then we also had Fatinator versus CIA Webcam, and the same thing. Fadinator looked like he was completely dominant. There's no one that could stop him. So hopefully, obviously Fad's not fighting on this card, but the next time he's probably gonna be fighting the title eliminator, and I'll have to see how that goes.
Sure. Is thoughts on that card?
Well, one thing that stood out to me watching that card was in the main event specifically the willingness of Gamp, GodAteMyPig, to grapple with a striker. And that will show in this fight, I feel, which is something that, in my opinion, Gamp needs to do, is not
Okay.
be scared of to show off his great grappling. And that's what I'm looking forward to tonight.
For sure. Grappling's still a threat in this game. It's not just stand and bang, and Gamp really exemplifies that for sure. Absolutely. Good stuff. Good stuff. Real quick now, plug for the good old Esports Fighting League. You got to follow us Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Those three spots. If you're not already subscribed or following, check it out, ESFL. We bring not just this every Saturday, a numbered event, but we also have affiliate cards. We got even some fight night boxing, maybe when ESBC comes out. So follow us, all the different social medias and video sharing platforms, I suppose, streaming sites as well. Now, Izzy, it's time for a little bit of a pop quiz for you. Or now, I'll preface this by saying you don't have to get too deep into your tactics because you gotta expect you're gonna fight Zyaf again, whether that's an immediate rematch or perhaps you'll fight Samurai and then Zyaf. I don't know. I am the matchmaker. I'm not gonna lie, but we're still thinking about this. Long story short, though, what what did you do to prepare for this camp? How much studying did you put in for Zyaf? And what was your game plan that you and your team put together? And it's pretty self-evident that it worked, right? But was that exactly what your game plan was, or did you have to revert to plan B or C?
Well, to start off with the studying part, if you look closely during the fight or at the beginning of it, you saw a record of almost 50-50 between me and Zyaf. We've shared, the
Yeah.
octagon 100 times. So, in my opinion, that's enough studying for me. I didn't really, need to look at any video because I feel like I've been in there enough
Okay.
times with Zyaf for me to just focus, on staying sharp, and that's what I did to prepare mainly. Um, you know, there was one little key thing I did which I feel really helped me out, and that is to play with a guy, that is a veteran of this game, Cheeky Patcher. You know, the people that have been in this community long enough should know this name. He's a guy that really replicates Zyaf style well, and that's who I mainly played. That's throughout the week, every now and then I would message him. I would get a couple games in with him, and the game plan just made itself. I just tried to beat Cheeky Patrick, who's a tough opponent, and that's how I realized, in that division with
Okay.
those picks, um, it, it's important to have a versatile attack with a guy that's combo heavy. I don't want to be exchanging early on. Build my lead early, and then
Okay.
later, when our block is down, when our stamina is down, and it gets into a combo fest, I'm ahead. And against a guy like Ken and Year, I picked, that is quite important. To get ahead early, because his power, one shot, and the fight turns around immediately. And that's what you saw basically. I had a very good lead the first 2 rounds. I felt very comfortable in there, and didn't take too much damage. But as soon as my block got low and I couldn't get the finish due to Zayev's great head movement, if you want to call it that, you know what I mean. The fight got very close at the end, too close for my liking,
Yeah.
and that at the end of the day it was a great fight, and it was a great performance
Absolutely.
by Zayev as well.
Analogies are abundant, but it's like a horse race. You shot out and he started trying to catch up, but you definitely had enough on him. Tell me about the Robbie Lawler pick. So Lawler's my favorite in the game. I know we got a buff, and so now apparently he's a very viable fighter because the champ used him. I know you guys had sort of a gentleman's agreement because you don't want to have mirror matches and stuff like that. So maybe you could talk a little bit about that. But tell me about Lawler pick. Uh, that endeared me to you a lot. I'll tell you that.
Well, it started out with we know Zayev doesn't really want to go with the meta picks. I can agree with that because me personally, I don't believe that if your fighters are a little low rank, but they're the same in power and in stats overall. I believe it doesn't matter who you pick. So I was fine with picking a 4-star rated guy, and just from you know messing around in the division, testing out guys, I felt like Robbie Lawler, with his speed, with his high block, and with his all right chin, he was a very good pick against a guy like Cannonier, who is quite slower and is prone to gassing out. So I felt like Lawler was a great pick. I was thinking about, telling Zyaf I'm going Lawler, and then switch up on him and going, um, uh, what's Whitaker exactly. So I was thinking about that, but playing with Shiki Patcher, I didn't feel like that was
Okay.
necessary because
Okay.
Lawler is in fact a very good pick. He is fast,
Nice.
he
Yep.
has good kicks, and if you're not too crazy with combos, he's does very well against a guy like Cannonier.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, I was stoked. I was stoked. Last question for you: the rematch. Are you? Who do you want to fight? You think Zyaf deserves an Insta, or you want
Me
Samurai, or you
personally,
want someone else?
I'm not opposed to an instant rematch. Zayev, the kid, definitely deserves it. There's not many people that are, two console champions.
Yeah.
Not only that, to defend it, on each console multiple times is very impressive. You know,
Yeah.
my, I'm not opposed to it. An immediate rematch, he would deserve it. But if Zayev wants to, and from what I've heard, that's what he wants to do, get a couple of wins first,
Mm,
prove that he deserves it even
okay.
more, even if he already does. I'm not opposed to find a guy like Samurai Robin, who has deserved a title shot also. So, you can't deny the run he's been on. He's fought tough opponents and has, put together a little streak. And the fans shouldn't be too disappointed to see me against a guy like that either,
Yeah.
because he deserves it also.
Absolutely, for sure. Now, next week we are going to be off because there's UFC event, I believe, in Abu Dhabi, right? So we're not going to be going live with the ESFL. So you have to wait another week, but then we're going to have that PlayStation card, and the matchmaker's got a tough decision, and we gotta really circle the wagons and figure out next steps because there's so many intriguing matchups. I think that's about it for now. Thank you, Izzy. Really enjoying you here on the analyst desk, and look forward to your future fights. I want to talk about tomorrow's event, though. Even though we will be off next Saturday, tomorrow we're going to be around the USFC Underground Kings 2 event. Here's a trailer. Check it out. Stoked for this Underground Kings 2 USFC. They've been doing some big time work over there. I'm the analyst stat nerd of ESFL, and I had a meeting with the USFC's equivalent. And let me tell you, he's got me outclassed. His system of matchmaking and rankings and stuff is really cool. This league, really fun, and they're putting together a heck of an event tomorrow. So for sure. All right. Now, what you guys have all been waiting for, ESFL 129 deep dive. Let's take a look at this card. Just a few minutes. At the top of the line, of course, Zyaf. Can he bounce back from last week's disappointment as he takes on GodAteMyPig, Gamp, who's made a heck of a run? We got the ESFL staff's very own Danny versus YerDa in the co-main, and Jay Robinson and FSK Tadpole in the co-co. Satch, I want to go to you first. What kind of, and we're going to talk about the co-main of Jay Robinson versus Tadpole. What do you know about these two fighters? What are your thoughts on past the victory? And if you have a prediction, who you thinking?
So my estimate with Jay Robinson's game style, how he plays, I think I've matched up with him in ranked a couple of times. He gets around ranked a lot. But other than that, Tadpole, I know him. He was in IXC for a long time. think he's in prime time. He's everywhere. That man
Mhm.
Tadpole's been around. Like I said, I can't really make a prediction. I don't really know how great this Jay Robinson dude is.
Okay.
Clearly, if he's top of the main card, then he's probably got some skills. But from what I've seen from Tadpole, if he gets his striking off, it's going to be a problem.
That's gonna be interesting. 1-0 Jay Robinson in the ESFL, but as you said, number one in the rankings on the leaderboard, so pretty crazy. Izzy, what do you think about this fight here?
Speaking of Tadpole striking, one thing I notice is he's very offense oriented. And with a guy like Jay Robinson, who is very good on the fundamentals, that's where a guy that's, very flashy often succumbs to the another guy striking. When he sticks to the fundamentals and finds his shots when during the times where Tadpole is thinking offense, 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 that's where Jay Robinson may get ahead. But I'm looking forward to a very, very good striking fight right there. If Jay Robinson does get overwhelmed, he has the ability to go back into his old toolbox and go through grappling. So I'm looking forward to how this fight will play out.
Going to be a lot of fun. Good way to kick off kind of that main three at the top of the card. Let's move on to the co-main. We got Danny, aka Game Room. You might remember him from back then. He's a longtime ESFL stalwart. He's 1-0, beat in season 3, that is, beat Kezza at ESFL 121. He's taking on YerDa. Now, this is a heck of a matchup. YerDa has taken a loss this season, therefore the matchmaker, but YerDa challenged for titles and perennial top contenders. So, Satch, what are you thinking about this co-main?
I'm just excited for it, honestly. Danny and YerDa, these guys are going to be fireworks. We're going to see these guys, they're going to stand and bang a little bit. Like I said, Danny, I'm not sure. We haven't seen him fight. Like I said, he had his fight recently, so I believe he's 1-0. But since then, you
Yep.
said he hasn't fought since like season 1, right?
I don't have that on tap right now. I should,
Okay.
because I am
All
the
right.
stats guy. But he has, right, you're correct, though. He hasn't been as active, but he's been active in spurts, and he's on a little bit of a streak, including the Venom tournament, I believe. So he's been not just in the numbered ESFL, he's been active in other events too.
All right, so maybe we'll see some things we haven't seen from him before. Maybe we'll come out wrestling. Maybe we'll throw some spinning head kicks. We don't know. We're gonna find out. It's gonna be a good fight.
All right, Izzy, what do you know? You tell me about YerDa. I guess I want a little more insight into YerDa if you got some, and this matchup with Danny too, and overall.
Well, YerDa is as elite as it gets when it comes to the striking. The fight he lost against Zyaf was a very close one, if you remember.
Yep.
There's very few openings YerDa leaves you, and if you are too offensive, trying to counter back his offense, you're gonna find yourself without stamina, even though it's such a high-paced fight. YerDa finds a way to still, zap your stamina in a high-paced fight, even if he is himself being offensive. So, from what I've seen in the 8OX tournament, I've seen Danny do very well against Kezza. He finds good combinations and mixes his timing up with them. But personally, I feel like that even more plays into YerDa's favor. So I may be a little biased towards my friend, but I would be picking YerDa to win that fight.
I figure you might be a little bit, but that's how it goes in this camp, right? In this community. So look, we're moving on to the main event, and it's Gamp and it's Zyaf. And my question is, this is what the bettors are thinking, right? Can Zyaf come back? Is he mentally strong, or is he a little shook? I personally think he's mentally strong. He's going to come back, come out firing, and still should be the favorite to win this. But Satch, Zyaf could be a little shook. This game is always on the razor's edge, and if you're on the wrong side of that razor's edge, you can start doubting yourself. You can start freaking out a little bit. I mean, I've been there. I know everyone can be there, even Zyaf, even the young prodigy. But what do you think? You think he's going to be able to get through this? Or you got to, if he finds himself on the back a couple times because of Gamp's wrestling, I think Zyaf might start panicking. What's your thoughts?
So when on my show, my Satchmo show, a couple days ago, I made the prediction. I said that Gamp will beat Zyaf. That was before Izzy went in and knocked him out in the feet. But
It
I'm sticking
was
with my
okay.
prediction. I'm sticking with my prediction. So like, there's a lot of thought process you can go here. You can say, well, Zyaf, he just, everyone's gonna lose eventually. He got his loss, but he's still this great fighter. Can he come back? That's a big question. But Gamp's got the striking style. I think he can hold his own on the feet.
Okay.
And if he gets his fight to the ground, he's going to be completely dominant. Because we haven't seen Zyaf really get dominated on the ground yet, but he also hasn't fought a wrestler like Gamp. If we looked in Gamp's last fight when he fought Jamie Bucks, his space management was fantastic. He was perfectly getting in and outside the pocket, and that's what you need to do against Zyaf. You can't get hit. You can't stay in this boxing range, or you can get hit with a couple pull uppercuts, and your night's going to be over. But even then, it looks fantastic in the striking, and I was impressed. Most people, when they're doing good in the striking, that they stick with it. It's working. He still took the fight to the ground because he knows where his expertise is, and that's where he got the victory. I'm not sure if he knocked him out there, but he did fantastic work from side control. And if he can do that against Zyaf, we could have an official Xbox champ, not a PlayStation champ running an Xbox.
There you go, right? Izzy, what do you think?
Well, from what I've heard and from what I know, Zyaf did play Gamp a lot in preparation for me.
Really?
And yes, one thing that is important to know though is that when you fight Zyaf at middleweight, which is what they did, it's a lot different than fighting Zyaf at featherweight or lightweight in a Conor McGregor mirror match.
Okay.
And if Gamp doesn't realize that the combinations Zyaf is going to be throwing are a lot different than what he's used to, and even used to, against guys like Jamie, who is also, a great McGregor player, he's gonna, have to realize that he should not trust his striking too much. Don't be overconfident in it, and pick your shots. And if the fight gets to the ground, capitalize.
Yeah.
And that's what would be my advice to Gamp. But if he sticks to a combination-based striking game against Zyaf at featherweight or lightweight in a McGregor mirror match, I would pick Zyaf to win.
Great stuff. And the advice that you didn't need from me last week, Izzy, that I gave on the analyst desk was, if you get Zyaf hurt, but he survives because he's a miracle worker, don't get frustrated. I think that's the same for Gamp. If he gets a couple nice takedowns and then Zyaf pops back up, it doesn't mean you need to start panicking and just start swinging for the fences, I think, in a 5-round fight. So, no, this is a super, super fun card with that, all the intrigue behind Zyaf and his ability to come back or not. It's going to be huge today. So, looking forward to it. Guys, I think that's about it for us on the analyst desk. I want you to go ahead and plug your wares. First, myself, Boiler569 on Twitch and on Twitter. Follow me there, getting some gameplay, getting some MMA takes and other fun stuff, some Bitcoin, even a little bit of Bitcoin action. Boiler569, Twitter and Twitch. Satch, what about yourself?
Satchmoelife on YouTube. That's the most important. We go over all the ESFL, I want to say all the Xbox cards after they're done on Monday. So tune in to that Monday show. Also, I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitch. Satchmoelife everywhere. It's easy to find me. One word.
Nice. Izzy, what about the champ?
Well, you can find me on YouTube at Izzy. Just look up Izzy UFC 4 and you'll find me. And other than that, that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? I stream every now and then, so if you want to join and look at striking excellence, you're free to do so.
You see the lab, like literally, people can just look in on the lab when he's just streaming and just practicing. I mean, people want to do that for LeBron James. They don't let him, but they let it for Izzy. So, I mean, come on. He's one of the best in the world. Go check him out. With that said, folks, we're making way right now for the main team. ESFL 129 coming right at you for the analyst desk. Boiler here, signing off.
too fast, already try. Oh, beautiful counter to the takedown. Thank you for joining us tonight.
A disadvantage to Zyaf, but then he...
A little too much on Trickzzy. Nice shooting, good turning.
Watching on Twitch, watching on YouTube, watching from around the world tonight. I know the UFC isn't on right now, but guess what? The virtual octagon is here. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again. It is Saturday night. It is time for the Esports Fight League, ESFL 129, coming at you live this evening. We're always live. We're never pre-recorded. It doesn't matter. My name is Bailey, and thank you for joining us again for some championship action tonight on Xbox for UFC 4. As always, I am joined by Mr. Bruce Lee Rob, my broadcast partner, commentary booth buddy, brother. Yes, that's how serious we take this thing. We have a great night of fights coming up for you. 12 contests this evening, headlined by Zyaf defending his Xbox belt. PlayStation title was lost last week in a matchup with Easy, but it's Saturday. The ESFL is back for some virtual fight, I guess. How are you this evening, Rob?
I'm doing fantastic, Bailey, and thank you for that beautiful introduction. Yeah, we're here again, UFC, ESFL 129. We got the Paulo Costa card later. Saturday's always my favorite day, and it starts right here with some bangers of fights, and I can't wait to get into them, Bailey, and thank you.
It does start right here, right now as well. Let's take a look at the fight card, ESFL 129, top to bottom, full of talent for you this evening. Headlining, of course, Mr. Zyaf will be defending his belt against GodAteMyPig, someone who has looked unstoppable this season. And you know what? They have been. They're at 4-0 right now. They've got YerDa and Danny here in the co-main event of the evening. Also featured tonight, the Flow State Kings bringing in Tadpole. We've got Jay Robertson there, EK representing a little tonight across the board with issues, as well as Trickzzy there. The Spider is back, also repping EK. We've got Caliber coming up. We have a short notice fill-in as well by Adjust. So lots of Kingsmen here this evening, Rob. But any other names that's standing out to you?
Yeah. EK Trickzzy is definitely a phenomenal striker, Venom Invitational champion, and he's going against Satchmo. And then, yeah, like you said, EK Spider versus Killer Jake. I'm super excited for that one. And there's so many fights. I saw Webcam was up there, but I don't think he's there. He's fighting anymore. So this card should be a good one. Xbox boys always bring it, and I'm excited.
Yeah, they do. They do. Xbox fights have been very, very good this season. Lots of hot prospects coming through the ranks as well. You guys know, of course, because you've been watching them. All right. Okay. Now, there is an event tomorrow. I believe it's the Underground event that you've been seeing advertised on the pre-show for the last couple of weeks. There's a new partnership bringing someone else into the ESFL network. We will drop the sizzler once again towards the end of the stream today. But the Underground is tomorrow. Next weekend, there will not be an ESFL card. We will not be here, but there will be some Sunday action as well. But ladies and gentlemen, considering the UFC is on tonight and we have 12 fights to get to, let's jump straight over to the first fight of the evening. Both men are ready. We are going to be at middleweight tonight. We have Broomstick, BSD Broomstick, taking on the Kingsman's Adjust. He's here on short notice. I'll hand it over to you, Rob.
Here we go. 38 ranked KM Adjust. 0-1, he's filling in on short notice. He lost to EK Spider in his ESFL debut. Tough matchup, but he's looking to make a return here tonight. Adjust to his opponents very well. Hard to finish, fluid combinations, but BSD Broomstick also 0-1. Both these guys hungry for their first victory. He is a undefeated champ in the ICF. Got knocked out in his last few seconds of the first round in his ESFL debut. Works his stamina game pretty well, takes advantages of mistakes, and mixes up good kicks and good combinations. Bailey, in this these are two hungry competitors looking for a win, and look at the picks.
Ooh, I do like the picks. Whittaker versus Silva. All right, we'll see how this one goes. So Adjust filling in on short notice here. Going with Vanderlei, Rob. We saw him use a lot in UFC 3. The ESFL actually as well. It's kind of unstoppable for a little bit there, but certainly still in 4. He does have those hooks. And the forward pressure. First fight of the night here, ladies and gentlemen. The Esports Fight League is back. 129 this evening. Nothing but action on the Xbox side of things. Broomstick and Adjust starting off nicely right here. Good work on the feet. It was a nice double jab there. Trying to bounce back with that right hand over the top. Both men have good boxing skills here, Rob, but who would you give the advantage to?
You know, I don't really know. Robert Whittaker is so dangerous in this game with his power, his speed, his boxing, his wrestling capabilities. But Vanderlei Silva is just incredible with his unorthodox combinations, his unique animations with those hooks, and he is a brawler. So in the pocket, it's a coin toss.
Yeah, Just is doing a good job getting these three-piece combinations in. There's some nice body kicks on the end there as well that are landing and just crushing the midsection. So Broomstick doing a good job with that. Nice uppercut there after that low hook to the body. Good read, but that jab lead hook as well from Adjust. Very sneaky with Vanderlei. Look at him roll on the inside there. Came with the right hand, tried to come back with the lead hook, but got eaten by a body knee for his trouble. And there, the bail on the lead hook by Broomstick, but he did close the distance with that knee. Great work. Trying to plant and throw that right hook.
Broomstick is doing beautiful work to the body, Bailey, and he's using that jab, like you said, going to the body, also with that lead teep push kick. And those are going to add up, and you're already seeing the cardio, the stamina from Adjust dwindling slightly early in round number 1.
Straight lead hook to the body, came back with another straight right there as well. Just flailing a little on the outside now, having trouble closing the distance, measuring his target. Keeps throwing that lead hook, which keeps bouncing off the block. Now pulling even shorter with it. Broomstick adjusting to the long-range side kick right there as well. Really trying to keep this one at kicking range. Nice slips though from Adjust, making a read, but again the lead hook to the body and that rear uppercut counter, Rob.
Is what Adjust needs to do. He needs to block, watch out, maybe even sidestep that lead kick and then punish Broomstick. Because right now, Broomstick, beautiful little straight lead hook. Oh, Adjust connects as well. Oh, he's throwing. A little bit out of range, though.
Yeah, he's trying to get that lead hook working. Landed it that time, but like you said, Rob, it is falling short with it a bunch of times as well. Really just trying to use it to close distance, leaping forward with it. Does leave you vulnerable, but this is great body work by Broomstick. Came back there with a straight lead hook as well. Went to it then again after that body shot. Now leading off the center line, trying to pull that lead hook in. But Broomstick executing, beautiful striking from the outside. Now faking the body kick. Nice job by Adjust, who catches the teep. Doesn't land the spinning elbow, but he's starting to get picked apart at range here, is Adjust.
He definitely is, but Broomstick needs to be careful. Right there, left hook lands. That's what he needed, a sidestep left hook, and Adjust has been doing a lot of damage to the head health of Broomstick. He's in this fight still, but he has to be careful because his stamina is so low, Bailey, in this first round.
Yeah, he's popping him with the jab as well now, hands down, just trying to time him on the entry. But Adjust has lost a ton of stamina, 10 seconds left in this first round. I would say damage-wise, it's probably not that uneven if we get a look at the head health.
For sure.
Although I would say there's a lot of damage coming out from Broomstick.
Yeah, there is, and Broomstick is divvying out his damage a little bit more equally to the body and to the head, where Adjust is really targeting the head and throwing power bombs with Vanderlei Silva, and he paid a little bit of a price in stamina. We'll see how it is in round number 2, but I would give this round, the first round, to Broomstick, in my opinion.
Yep, and certainly has the advantage moving forward in the rest of the fight. There's that big lead hook from Adjust again. Falls short and gets hit by that body kick. Broomstick just finding a home for that all night, using it as a great counter. Now a knee led him right onto that, and that same body kick. Nice job by Adjust. Does block the jump knee to the head. There's some deep-root damage, but there's a right hand from Adjust.
Adjust is going crazy
as well. Broomstick now taking ground and pound from the bottom. Gets himself back to the feet, Rob, but that was bad.
Yeah, that was bad. Knocks him down. Puts him on his tushy, and that's what Adjust needed right there. No, long stamina, another left hook lands. He's throwing big bombs. Broomstick trying to defend himself, trying to use that head movement, Balian, but this has been Adjust round, and he started early, and he started fast.
Yeah, lovely head movement, slip rip roll on the inside, and caught him again with a lead hook. Gonna have to watch that uppercut if he keeps going low with it, but nice work by Adjust, turning this into a brawl. Looking through that kick range now to get his hands on Broomstick, and he's doing a good job with it. That head health has started to drop off now for Broomstick. It's going to make it a little bit harder to float on the outside. One more clip, Rob, and he'll find himself back against that cage and taking damage again.
Yeah, no doubt. And Broomstick had been doing great work with the straight lead hook, but the head health on Adjust is pretty high right now, and the recovery on Silva must be great. And look at the block as well, and right now Broomstick is in big trouble. He cannot take too many more punches to that head health, and he still has the whole remainder of this round and then round 3 to deal with. And KM, it just looks like he's going for the kill right now.
Oh, it's a 5-piece combination right there from Adjust. Showed up here on short notice with a halfway point in the fight right now. But Adjust is trying to get
Broomstick!
Big rear uppercut that landed after that. And here comes the rest of the boom. Will he finish it? He does, Rob. Look at that. Adjust getting too aggressive. Just overthrowing as well as a beautiful pull counter time there by Broomstick. Leans back, Rob. Cocks it. Bam! Lets the Broomstick go. That's a TKO win right there for Broomstick, and his first victory this season. He will be happy with that one.
Oh, for sure. Adjust is such a talented, competitor, and he was bringing it, and he was starting to, really find his rhythm in that second round, and he hurt Broomstick twice, sat him down. I believe twice he got 2 knockdowns, and you're thinking, uh-oh, Adjust is about to get this win, but Broomstick with that beautiful, like you said, Billion, pull counter, uppercut, a power shot right to the dome of Adjust and takes him out. Good ground and pound as well to finish off the job, and a huge win. His first win, Billion, tonight, going 1-1. BSD Broomstick, you should be proud of yourself. Great job.
Yeah, he should be proud of himself. It was a great job. We're looking a little scary there as well, Rob, towards the end. Started taking a lot of punishment, but clutch, stayed focused, pulled it off, executed, and finished him as well. Didn't let it get away from him. Vandelay's got some good recovery, good chin stat as well, so good job to get the fight finished. All right, first fight of the night is in the books. Welcome everybody who's joining us. ESFL 129 this evening. We have Zyaf defending his title in the main event tonight. Dropped his PlayStation title last week, but here to defend his Xbox One tonight. And you know he doesn't going to let that thing go, Rob. He's going to be holding on to it like a little hungry squirrel with like a nut for the winter, just clutching like mine,
Hopefully that squirrel doesn't have rabies, Balian, because then that'd be a vicious bite.
Do your squirrels have rabies in America?
They do. And the
do
raccoons.
Do our squirrels have rabies? I know that rabies is... We try to get rid of rabies. I don't know. Whatever. Moving on.
Hey, Balian, in Hawaii, there's no rabies at all.
I feel like it's like that in England, but I'm not 100% sure. I feel like it is. I've never caught rabies, so there we go.
Me either.
Okay, apparently we have an updated fight card for you as well. So let's take a look at that because there have been some changes this evening, guys. So you can have a quick look. I'm not entirely sure which fights have been changed. I've got the scouting report at the back there. But here you go. This is the updated fight card for this evening. So obviously we had Broomstick fill in there on short notice, as well as a few other people. We do have Holloway versus Mtown coming up next. KM trying to get a victory after dropping a loss there from a just short notice fill in. But we haven't lost any fights, guys. We're still on 12 this evening. So with that being said, let's move straight on to the next matchup at welterweight here with T4H's Holloway, who was very highly touted when he first arrived in the ESFL, Rob, and Mtown's finest, who is representing the Kingsman tonight.
Yeah, this is going to be a very exciting fight because the Four Horsemen, if you don't know about them, it's a very, very good camp. They have sick grappling. Zeus is at the helm, and he's one of the best fighters in the online world championship. He doesn't really compete. They also have... Balian, what is his name? The notorious one. The young kid that got banned from all the events. Do you remember, Balian? Yes, Rayhan. The man that nobody wants to go against. And T4H Holloway is in that camp, 1-1, former cage race champion. KM Mtown, 1-0. Kingsman have been on the rise, and he won his ESFL debut, and he wants to go 2-0. Technical striker, let's go.
I mean, there's only one T4H member this evening, so we should probably mention now that they have a new member in Ed Parker, who's just joined that camp.
Oh my gosh.
Which is going to spice some things up, I think, for T4H. So we'll see how things go over there. But here we go. T4H Holloway with the Ferguson pick. KM's Mtown with that Masvidal. And this should be a good matchup here, Rob. Holloway has to be a little careful about the early onslaught. But Pepper, pick his shots. Almost landed a beautiful rear uppercut there.
Yeah, with Tony Ferguson in the control of, or Holloway in the control of Tony Ferguson. He's got so many tools off his back. He's got some striking. It's a perfect fighter for a T4H member, in my opinion. Mtown, though, doing a good job using that power of Masvidal coming forward. Vicious leg kick right there. So far, so good.
Love the way he used those leg kicks, and that's a great idea. Attack the legs of Tony. It's his lowest stat. Even if he does have a good switch stance, you can change up the strategy, the game plan, make your opponent worried about other things if you can attack those legs.
Definitely.
I'm liking Mtown's combination. He stayed in the pocket long enough. Had enough stamina to just keep throwing them there. Broke through the block and then caught him with a right uppercut. Holloway just not really got out of first gear yet. Obviously trying to take his time, not rushing and get caught, but he just got frozen there after a 5-piece combination.
Do not want to be hit by no 5-piece combination, especially by Jorge Masvidal. And I believe 95 power, 94, 95 speed. I mean, he is a vicious boxer in this game. So T4H needs to be careful. And Mtown striking first blood. And look at the beautiful slip of that knee and then an uppercut to follow. Mtown looking very nice here.
Yeah, so there's not a lot of retreating going on from Holloway. Clearly he wants to hold the center as much as he can. But because he's not retreating, he's staying there for all these combinations to kind of finish, for the third and fourth punches to land, because he keeps planting his feet, Rob, right? You see that? He's not backing off and getting out of range of these strikes, trying to stay in the pocket either to counter or wait until the flurry ends. That's why he kind of got caught earlier on. Now he's sliding back a little bit, creating some more space between him. Probably gonna let those kicks go as a result. There's the side kick now. And definitely, I think he's trying to push him back towards the cage here, Rob, control the center, and not get pressured against the fence against a Masvidal player.
That's the strategy, and then he gets him in the clinch there, and this is where he wants to be. Get to the ground, but he's unable to get that denial on that right side. Good job by Mtown getting right back up to his feet, and that's what you want to see, and then teeps him down. Here we go. This is where you do some damage. Knees to the face, but no uppercut on the break.
Nice work by Mtown there, right there. Countered the push kick with his own again. Leaxe, he's just in the pocket there, Rob. Not exiting, staying in. That's what got him rocked earlier. Managed to avoid the damage this time. Nice job by Mtown. So you can see he is trying to control this fight, Rob. He wants him here against the cage. Walked him all the way across the other side of the octagon there as a result after catching that kick. Now taking full advantage of it, going to the body with the lead hook and that lead switch kick there as well. Holloway trying to fight back, retake the center. Teeping to try and create some distance, but a little side step by Mtown. Now checks with the lead hook as well. Very even first round here, Rob, but Mtown does have that rock. So I reckon he'll take this one.
No doubt. There's another one. There's another one. That left hook lands nicely. And with Jorge Masvidal, you are always very dangerous in that first round. The only problem I would say with Masvidal is the stamina. You know, we saw his stamina pool. We don't really see T4H's bailing, but we'll see how that progresses in rounds number 2 and rounds number 3. But Mtown definitely with a statement in round number 1 against a very dangerous, highly touted prospect in Holloway.
Yep. Yes, indeed.
Ooh,
wow.
Look at that defense.
Early shot. Yeah, I mean, that's not necessarily bad. I think it was D-Mart, really, who really mastered that, like, oh, I'm going to shoot a lazy single leg. Oh, you're on top of me. And then he would either sweep you or tap you. So if you end up stuffed like that with Ferguson, it's just one flick, Rob, to regain full guard. And then you're not really in a bad spot. Nice timing on the takedown. Actually nearly nailed it, but rolled to the back. And then a beautiful takedown there to secure top position. Lovely stuff. Now side control gets a deny exactly where he wanted to be. Tries to hit the Kimura already early, but got to use it to sub some elbows. And great work by Holloway here to mix things up, Rob. You love to see it.
Takedown was very key right now in the beginning of the second round, and now he's in side control. Almost got a Kimura there. Good defense by Mtown, and Mtown just needs to be patient because you don't want T4H Holloway on top. He gets that denied. 4, 5, 6 elbow. Oh, vicious elbows right now. He's chopping them.
Oh my God, he's just letting it happen. Doesn't want to desperately transition, but he's just got no answer for this position.
Oh, he's rocked.
Here comes the sub attempt, surely. No, he's probably going to reposture up now instead, but you know, Tony doesn't have the best ground and pound stat, but it doesn't matter in this situation. This is complete domination on the ground here. Clearly, levels above is Holloway right now, at least holding that side control position, and Mtown, not enough escapes in his arsenal there, Rob, to find a way out.
Right, just being a little too patient, a little too okay with his damage, and I mean, there has been a lot of damage being dished out right now by Holloway. Here's more. He's posturing up. He's dropping some big bombs. Oh, he's rocked again. Mtown is dizzy.
I mean, he's stopped the posture up right there, Rob. He denied it and didn't transition, just waited until Holloway's stamina came back and then got postured up and took a whole ton of damage again. So he needs to kind of break that fear, you know, that fear of getting hit again and get on his bike and get moving. He cannot just hang out in these positions trying to play it safe. The longer he stays there, the more punishment he's going to take.
No doubt. It doesn't seem like he's too comfortable on the mat right now. And Holloway looks real comfortable. More bombs, more rocks. Mtown's stamina is so low. He can't really do anything. This could be it right here, Bailey. Big shots. Oh, it's over.
There we go. Big finish by Holloway. And it was that takedown that set it all up, Rob. Now, wasn't that a double leg fake? You know, like a bail? You remember when the single leg bail was a big thing? I mean, because he grabbed that double and then he went straight to the clinching on the back as a result of it. So maybe I need someone to tell me, but I feel like it was a double leg bail into the back, into the takedown, which is a sequence we used to see all the time from the T4H boys until it kind of got patched out. I don't know what happened with the double leg. I know the single leg got patched out, or at least it got changed so you had to have a certain stamina difference between your opponent, right, Rob? So you could cancel the single leg bail and end up in that position. But right there, I think it was a double leg bail. Do I have anyone in chat? I don't know if Zyaf wants to.
You can still get the double leg bail if you have a significant stamina advantage, I believe. So maybe that was the case.
I don't know if he did. Double leg bail, so cheese, says Satchmo. Okay, that answers that question for us. But yeah, the double leg bail came into it. That was enough to get the takedown. Obviously, T4H Rob, the king of the side control position, as they showed again this evening. And unfortunately for Mtown, I don't know how much he drilled that position. If you're fighting a T4H guy, obviously that's something you got to work on, because if you get there, you're going to be stuck. He only went to about 2 or 3 escapes there, but they were all stopped immediately, and that's just a horrible place to find yourself, and the fight kind of was over from there, really.
Yeah, it was interesting when we saw Mtown be put into the side control position. I don't know what was going on in his head, but he literally let Holloway elbow him in the face 6 or 7 times in a row, and he didn't really use any of that momentum, that grapple advantage to make a move. He kind of just sat there. I don't know what was his thinking there. Maybe he was nervous that he was going to get denied in that position and then get submitted by Tony Ferguson, because that is a problem as well, right, Billion? If you get denied in that side control position, you get in big trouble. So maybe that was what he was trying to avoid.
Yeah, I mean, there was a moment where he took Mount where he could have probably hit a sub as well. But obviously, you can't see your opponent's stamina in that situation. So, you know, made things a little harder there. But Holloway has just pointed out to us that apparently it was after a missed head kick that he secured that takedown, Rob. So apparently not a bail. I don't know. Have to go back and watch the footage. Regardless, Rob, that's a win for Holloway. A man who came in very, very highly touted, gone 1-on-1 so far. Former Cage Rage champion, of course. So back on the winning track. My goodness. Hopefully that continues for that man as well, especially at that T4H camp. They've got a good lot of lads around them there to get better with. Right, we're going to move on to the next fight, guys. Featherweight this time. Different weight classes so far, every fight tonight. We've got Leaxe the Great taking on Kezza at featherweight. Rob, let's go.
And here we go. Fight number 3. The last one was insane so far, so good. But we have ranked number 19, FSK Kezza, 1-1. The king of the creative fighter, primetime winner, a very aggressive fighting 2 console champion somewhere. An aggro fighting would be the organization. He won his last fight at ESFL 127. He's got great counters, adapts well to any situation. He can fight against any style, but he's going against ranked 37 Leaxe. Is that how you pronounce it? Leaxe?
I think it's Leaxe.
Leaxe. Excuse me.
But
Leaxe.
I want to know where Kezza is from, because like La is like a phrase from the north of England. La, and Kez was a bird in a popular children's film, which was also based on a book that I can't remember. Kez, I think it was called Kez. So Kezza kind of to me sounds like someone from the north of England. Got a Brazilian flag though, Rob. Probably Brazilian. So none of this makes any sense. Just my weird childhood. Anyway, right. Leaxe the Great with the Conor McGregor pick against Kez in the blue. Also Conor McGregor.
And whenever you got 2 Conor McGregors, you know it's about to be a striking bout majority of the time. So we're going to see who can find the first strike and who is going to fall here. And it's going to be an exciting one, I can already tell.
Yeah, they are just letting those left hand goes. There we go, nice turning side kick to the body there. And slipped in the jab rear uppercut. It's funny to see every Conor McGregor player also now fights the same as well, Rob. Always looking for that rear body uppercut. You know, it's a very similar style. Nice job there. Used the lead hook to the body. Cancelled to bait out the uppercut. Tried to land afterwards. Got a teep in there. Trades the left hand for the lead hook. Oh, Leaxe letting it go.
Yeah, Leaxe was about a 4-punch stationary combination. Kezza doing a good job blocking it though. And yeah, with Conor McGregor, I mean, you have so many tools on your feet, so much speed, so much power. Gotta be careful because it could end quick.
Yes, indeed. Nicely body kick, love it. And straight lead hook to the body. You can tell the way that Leaxe throws those little 2 pieces, Rob, that he's like, you know, his muscle memory is, well, a lot. He has a lot of muscle memory for these 2-piece combinations that he's timing perfectly, you know, just whoop, whoop. Slides him in there at the right time. And La just a shot behind right now, Rob, you know, trying to get the offense going, but just falling short and getting caught with counters. Oh!
Right, yeah. Kezza backing up now. Nice little slip by Leaxe. Leaxe looking for that body kick and the body uppercut, but here comes Kezza swinging back at him.
Yeah, trying to stay patient. Eats every bit of that 4-piece, but beautiful. Beautiful pull counter elbow right there from Kez. Drops him, and that's what he was waiting for, Rob.
Yeah, that pull counter elbow is so dangerous as well. If you get hit by that, sometimes that's all she wrote. And now Kezza using that momentum, backing up his opponent. Ooh, front kick. Leaxe, excuse me, the Great trying to find his footing again, but wow, Kezza in
Kezza's-
control right now.
Yeah, he stayed orthodox. I'm wondering if he feels like for the pull elbow. I was just about to say, Rob, I think that's the only reason he's gone back to orthodox there, to set up the pull elbow a little easier, because you are in an opposite stance, and there's a lead hook off a slip. Nice work from Kez, but Lee double slip in there, takes back the stamina advantage and just corrals him to this cage.
Slick head movement right there by Leaxe after he got rocked. Dipped right, dipped left, avoided the power bombs of Kezza. And now back on the pursuit, trying to find a rhythm here, trying to find how he can get through that defense. And, you know, Leaxe, Balian has been throwing like 3-4 punch combinations. He is here to end the night, but so far Kezza has shown that he's got some good defensive skills.
Oh, there's a nice 1-2-3 there as well. Almost ended with a big left hook, but Leaxe, front kick, another rock. Oh, but he returns with a rear uppercut. Had enough stamina and a head kick as the round ends, Rob. Wow.
Wow, what a way to end the round. I mean, geez, it's so exciting. But here we go. We got more of it, Bailey. In round number 2, both guys rocked each other in that first round, and we'll see who makes the better adjustments here. I don't even know who won that first one.
All right, apparently Kez is from the UK. He must know.
Look at that, Bailey.
If he's seen Ali G, he knows who Kez is. You know, that's what I'm saying. Anyway, big left hand right there again from Kez, now sniping him. Oh, that head kick coming back up though. Lee certainly not out of it yet. Content to keep pressuring. Almost a battle of the pull counters here, Rob. There's a straight left that finds its home. Got to be careful.
Oh!
This time nails him with the straight as he tries to pull, but he's back to his feet.
Oh, what a slip right there by Leaxe. Kezza almost had him out of there, and now Leaxe is on the, Kezza is on the pursuit. He's got him against the cage now. Balian looking to, but he eats a head kick right to the face. Good shot by Leaxe.
Yeah, you can tell Leaxe is trying to land that pull counter, but Kez is going with the 1-2 over and over and over. That's what dropped him earlier, is when he tried to pull that straight punch. So let's see if Leaxe can find the timing. Now sliding out of range, trying to find a home for a counter, but there's just too much offense really here. Another drop. Gonna get the finish here, Rob, I think. There we go. 2 right hands to seal the deal in a pretty intense Conor McGregor mirror match there. Both men got their shots in, but Leaxe, fortunately, not able to get the win tonight. Kezza, more consistent, more accurate, and started throwing those straight punches when the pull counter war began, Rob.
Yeah, for sure. Kezza just overloading his opponent a little bit there and just finding his mark time and time again, and the head held on Leaxe just wasn't there to defend himself. And oh, there's that straight right through the block on that replay there. And that's how it is with the Conor McGregor. You can only be hit by so many of those bombs on Balian until it's lights out.
Yep, for sure. I mean, even Conor, who used to have a really good chin, I don't know what the stat on it is now, but there you go. It was it's not easy. It's not easy. It's like a glass cannon battle, really, Rob, because you both got so much power and so much ability to instantly change the momentum of the fight with one slip and counter. So when it's a mirror match like that, you got to be careful. But yeah, Kezza did a great job there, representing the Flow State Kings tonight as well. So I'm sure they'll be happy with a win on that one. Right, let's move straight on, guys. We're going to lightweight now. We have Hammer, aka Sick Techniques, coming in to fight Haroon, who desperately needs a win, going 0-2 so far this season. But Hammer, the long-time vet, is back. Rob, take it away.
All right, here we go. Rank 31, Hammer, 1-2, long-term ESFL veteran against ranked 40th Haroon, 0-2, yet to feel the taste of victory. He needs a win after going 0-2 in his first season in the ESFL, and this is going to be a good matchup between these two, Bailey, and I can't wait. What are the picks? Looks like lightweight, and we'll see what they decide who they decide to select.
Yeah, we will see here. Haroon looks like he might be angling towards the Conor McGregor pick here. Dustin, obviously a great counter pick. And it looks like we're going to go with it. All right, here we go. So Hammer obviously very good on the ground, Rob. He's got a lot of wins from that top ground and pound position wherever he wants to take it. So we'll see if he does any any takedowns this evening. Certainly will have an advantage on the ground against Conor, but you got to think those leg kicks are going to come into play as well.
For sure, those leg kicks can change the course of any fight. And if you start getting hit with them, it starts making you think about them. Your leg is, a little compromised, and then it opens you up to some offensive things. But wow, we got no audio, Bailey. We got to make this one
It's okay.
exciting, and that's our
We can-
job.
It's going to be exciting anyway. Do
Oh,
not
yeah.
worry.
Thank you.
All right, meet in the middle. There's already an outside leg kick right there. We talked about it. Sick technique, really pumping that jab, sticking it in the face of Haroon,
Ooh.
trying to discourage him from coming forward. Also doing a good job jabbing and then not doing anything else, Rob. Jab, then out of range. See what the counter is. Let's see if we can bait out some shots, get him to swing and miss. There's a big left hand. But Sick technique's doing a good job with the jab. Nice jab, low single attempt. Right to the cage, runs it. Hey, lovely job. Finishes it off as well. Nice job.
Great job, because that was Haroon trying to get in his rhythm, fighting off that jab, Bay, and Sick said, no, I'm just going to put you onto the mat early in round number 1, and that's usually a great move when you're going against Conor McGregor. Put him on his back, get out of that first power round where he's just throwing double-barrel
Ooh.
shotguns, and
Hey.
he gets sweep, though. Good job by Haroon.
Almost too easy for Haroon right there. One deny, a little shot to set things up, break the timing, and then the other one flick to the outside. But here's a little rubber guard work from Hammer, or Sick techniques. He will posture out of it, though, back to full guard. Let's see, foot on the hip, this time defended by Haroon. Not sure if that was a fake, but a nice counter to the posture up, go straight to the pass on the far side. We got a momentum sweep. No, we're back in rubber guard. Let's see if Sick techniques does anything with it this time. No, another bust out straight away here. Foot on the hips, though. And there is the sweep. Lovely stuff. Little butterfly sweep. Taking that side control top position here. Let's see if Hammer can hold it. He can't. We've seen him dominate from there before, Rob, but we're here in sprawl. Fakes the transition this time. Gets it. Let's see if he locks something in on the back. No, we're going to roll right through the back sitting. Oh, it's getting dangerous.
This is a very dangerous position, no doubt. Haroon needs to be careful here. Sick techniques, I believe, cannot do the rear naked choke. He can do the arm bar. He can go top mount. But there we go. They roll over, still on backside, going to hop over there and could land some punches here, Bailey, or he can decide to go for this. The flat now pancaked him.
And now trying to choke him out from here as well. I mean, Conor McGregor has a terrible submission defense stat. You will get a bit of an advantage, but he's overshooting this. Haroon is going left, right, backwards and forwards. You know, there's no commitment to a pan here from Haroon. So this is good defense in a way, especially because he's still keeping the bar quite short. Looks like he's finally found the timing of it, but it'll be too little too late, and they'll end up in full guard. No, okay. Half guard. Okay, nice. Well, this is a little bit better for Haroon, but Hammer obviously showing a bit of the game plan here tonight. Going to work the subs, repostures, free pass to half guard, back to it, back to this grind. He's definitely got a lot of top control time this round, Rob.
He definitely has, and that's important to get that first round under the belt, get the judges to score it for you. And, a good deny there by... Excuse me, Sick techniques, and then he's going to go for a little bit of a late sub. He's not going to be able to get this one, but still able to make that read for the joint submission. He has a little bit of a read on those chokes as well, so he is attacking with these submissions right now, Bailey, and that's always good stuff in the first round.
Yeah, collected the arm nicely, framing off the face, but will not have enough time to step over and finish. But there we go, good first round. I mean, wasted no time, grabbed a single leg about a minute in, ran him all the way to the cage, and then just finished it. Lovely, just ran the pipe on the outside. And he got it done there. So good first round. Let's see if Haroon can keep things on the feet, Rob.
He needs to. He needs to defend himself, show that he can stay on his feet, land something significant. Because in that first little glimpse of that first round, he was throwing some good stuff. We saw him fighting behind that jab, and he just needs to be able to do that again. But right now, Sick technique knows, gets him in the clinch, goes for the takedown, and gets it. Good job again to get the takedown early.
Just drove the double leg from the single collar. You don't see that every day, but throwing takedowns at him that he doesn't see every day is probably going to help you secure them. Because sprawl, though, Haroon, we're back here. He went straight to the back last time, unable to defend it again, unable to defend the second hook again. I spoke too soon. Okay.
Yeah, he's able to defend that second one, and now he's going to be able to use that to stand back up, but he's not out of the woods yet. He needs to walk away from him, and he does. Good job, and now he's swinging, but Sick techniques is there again. Goes to the backside position. Big slam! Back down goes Haroon!
What a beautiful sequence right there. Unloads a three-piece combination. Sick took literally no damage. Half stamina for Haroon, so he goes straight back on the double leg. Turns it into a kind of suplex. Finishes a takedown, and now circles out from against the cage, shoots another single, drives it as well. I mean, that's just great work from Hammer. Really stepped up his takedown game, Rob. I mean, he's getting them left, right, and center, and these are takedowns that we've not really seen from him before as well.
For sure, definitely. And however, I feel like Haroon should be pre-denying at least these, because every time it seems like the takedown is coming, I mean, it just seems like he's being a little, what's the word, Balian? When
tentative?
People are, yes, no, not tentative. I'm talking about Sick Techniques. He's being a little predictable with these takedowns, right? I mean,
Right.
he's just going for him over and over again. So you'd think that he would camp L2 R2 if you're Haroon.
Yeah, especially because he was kind of driving them forward as well, which means
Yes.
you know you don't really need to do anything to
Exactly.
stop that. But maybe he's trying to predict an angle. It is nice to see people get the driving takedowns as well, because that is a way to kind of fake your opponent out. That time he hit a turn, wasn't able to defend this one either. So I don't know, maybe Haroon's just having some trouble with the takedown defense, Rob. I don't think we've seen him stop one takedown.
That is a fact for sure. He's definitely having trouble, and that's good. I mean, that's good stuff for Sick. He knows this is his weakness, and he is going to capitalize, and that's what he's doing. He's all over him like an anaconda, wrapping around him, controlling him, making him work, making his mind think, and hopefully overwhelming him. But right now, Haroon just fighting for his life right now, trying to shake off Sick, but Sick remains on top, this time in the dominant position, full mount, Balian. Uh-oh.
Yeah, now half guard, but back to full mount straight again. 1 minute to land some ground and pound. Does get the posture up as well, but there's a slip straight away. No damage taken there by Haroon, and this is going to be a tough third round for him to battle out of, Rob.
For sure. This time he's against the cage, though, so if he gets this deny, he'll be able to posture right up, and he does.
Yeah.
That is a great way to get back up now, just separate, but he's going to go for some knees there in the clinch.
30 seconds, or 20 now that he's back to the feet. So if he's going to get a rock, he has to make it happen. Sick needs to not choke here. Nice slip and roll underneath of that hook.
Oh.
Into his own turning side kick. Nice outside calf kick. And the round ends. Well, it's 2 rounds for Hammer.
2 rounds indeed for Hammer. Hammer doing a phenomenal job getting this fight to the ground, making it a grappling exchange, and just making it real gritty, you know, putting a lot of pressure onto his opponent. And Haroon is, you know, I feel like he just needs to maybe throw some front kicks. He needs to watch out for that clinch and just be ready, but not tentative, like you said earlier, and let his offense fly. He seems to be a little desperate now, throwing these long 4-punch combinations with Conor McGregor and gassing himself out, and that's how you get taken down. Right there, like, he's not ready for that. He's just not ready for it.
He's overthinking. I think that's the problem there as well. Like you said, maybe the aggression, but I know there was really bad blood between these two going into this one, Rob. I mean, apparently they
makes
talked
sense.
a lot of shit to each other. So maybe that's why. Maybe he's just trying to get his offense off, and every time he does, he forgets that takedown is a real threat. Former IXC bantamweight champion, you know, that's what you pointed out with Haroon. He came in from the IXC, but so far this season, unable to get a win in the ESFL. So 0-2 right now for the Conor McGregor Haroon, whereas Sick Techniques here has had a lot of competition at the highest level. Obviously, Haroon thought he could get it done. He's postured up. He's got 4 minutes, though, Rob. The fight is not over.
Definitely not over, and he still has some pop on his punches.
Oh.
Does Haroon, but Haroon just needs to be careful. He can't be nervous. And wow, that just looks too easy to me.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just driving that straight away. I guess Haroon's just not on it tonight. I don't know. Maybe he thought it wouldn't even go to the ground. But yeah, definitely some takedown defense needs to be worked on by Haroon, unless Sick Techniques is doing something we don't know about. Rob, looks to me he's just shooting the double leg and then pushing forward on the left stick to turn it into a driving takedown, which is actually, you know, becomes pretty bad. If someone stuffs it, you end up in that sprawl position, but Haroon not able to do that.
Yeah, and it's not like Sick Techniques is doing big damage and hitting him with these combinations on the feet, either making him think about the punches. He's just literally taking him down. Now look, flattened out.
Oh.
This is bad. This is just a mismatch on the mat, in my opinion. Sick is just all over this guy.
Yeah, Haroon actually really didn't take hardly any damage there as well, which is kind of interesting. I guess he had enough block up for the bleed through damage to be pretty minimal. Burnt entire gas tank of stamina, though, did Sick Techniques, and it didn't help Haroon get back to the feet or sweep in any meaningful way. We are now less than 2 minutes left in this fight where Haroon desperately needs a knockout, gets the foot on the hips there, but the posture up will negate the transition to half guard. And he's just one-shotting and then double faking to try and pass here, Rob. It's easy stuff for Hammer.
Yeah, everything on the ground at this point as time is dwindling and not in the favor of Haroon just looks a little forced, Bailey. And, you know, he's not really setting anything up, not using like his intelligence, more just kind of hoping that something will work. And Sick is just all over him. And here we go, arm bars being locked in, and it's going to be hard to lock this in, but
it will definitely
in control.
Yeah, it'll definitely burn some time on that clock as well. Well, if you cancel at the first stage, you just stay on the back. That's pretty interesting. I didn't know that. Going for another one here as well. Just trolling him now, Rob. You know, you better defend these unless you want to get stuck here for the rest of the fight, which subsequently looks like is about to happen. Hammer 15 seconds away now from ending this one in a decision and getting the win in this bad blood matchup. He will escape, although he won't actually because he's kind of given up, but the clock will run down. It will go to Hammer, I'm sure here, Rob. You know, like 99% sure.
I think so. It didn't seem like there was any real damage dished out at all. It just seemed like he was diving on his legs. He was trying to wrap him up and just make it a miserable night for Haroon. And Haroon just unable to. I don't think he defended one takedown, Balian.
I don't think he defended one either. You'd have to go back and look at the stats on it specifically. But Zig Techniques was posturing up. He was trying to get some ground and pound in there. He went for a few submissions. You know, he was trying to find ways to finish the fight, but he definitely wasn't prepared to put himself in like a compromising position to get there. You know, bad blood was a real thing apparently going into this one. And well, you know, Hammer walks away with the W. But also, yeah, in a matchup like that, Rob, when there's a rivalry, sometimes you do get a bit of a like stalemate. You know, neither guy wants to lose more than win. But that was a master class of you know, offensive wrestling right there for MMA from Hammer. Something he's been good at, you know, since UFC 3, since before that even. So great performance from the veteran right there. And we'll move on to the next one, guys. We're going to jump to bantamweight now. We've got another member of the EK camp in issues, not even filling in, excuse me. This is a pre-scheduled match against Pablo Grips right here, guys. Pablo Grips, aka Dev Raider. Rob, you remember Dev Raider?
Yep. That's true. Yeah, this is going to be a great match. I really am excited for this one. Pablo Grips brings a lot of heat in the stand-up department. 0-1, long-term ESFL veteran, but he's going against EK Issues, and Issues is looking pretty good. He hasn't found a win yet, neither has Pablo, but he lost to AJ Guy, and he's a pressure striker, so two highly touted up-and-coming, you know, strikers in this season, so we'll see. Well, I mean, Pablo's a veteran, but they're 0-1. They're trying to make their mark this season, and they're both vicious strikers. Both Cody Garbrandt. This should be an explosive fight.
Yeah, man, I love the Cody Garbrandt picks right there. Love to see it. We all know Cody Garbrandt is the best pick in the game, Rob. So, you know, that's how it goes. But let's see. Like you mentioned, Dev Raider, a.k.a. Pablo, longtime member of the esports community. Probably got a few fans in chat, but he's taking on Issues here, like you said, from the EK camp, Rob. Yeah, he's only had one fight this season. Other than that, I don't really know much about him. Apparently his counter game is good. We'll see how Dev Raider deals with that, but I'm assuming these two are about to go to war, ladies and gentlemen. Touch of gloves. Ooh, so we have Dev Raider in the blue gloves, Issues in the red, who's slipping on the inside off that jab already, Rob, trying to nail that overhand right. And we've already seen him pull for a counter, so let's see how Pablo deals with it.
And with the Cody Garbrandt pick, you know he has a lot of power, not the best chin in the game, and they're fighting pretty close in the pocket. So someone, you know, the first one to make a mistake, the first one to run into a punch is going to be in trouble early, and this is going to be a fun one. I can already tell.
Yeah, Pablo headhunting here off the counters, trying to find the openings for him. Whereas the body work is already coming out for Issues, using that forward moving straight right to the body, does a ton of damage, very good at interrupting combinations, so you can kind of throw it as a counter as well. See that one jab to the body there, Rob, put that stamina on half. So those body straights and jabs, they really can cut into your opponent, interrupt combinations, and do big damage as a result, but Pablo's working on that block already.
Ooh, oh, nice. There's a nice right hand there by Issues, and it looks like Issues is the one that is kind of putting the pressure onto Pablo. Pablo doing a good job, though, not being put against the cage, kind of swimming around the back of those double black lines, and this is a good fight so far. These guys are swinging with confidence right now.
Yeah, when Issues gets in a situation like that, though, and he's going forward, though, Pablo is just shelling and covering until he has the space to land his own strike. So he needs to be careful about getting swarmed on, especially with the damage output that comes from the hands of Cody. There's a kick. First one we've seen all fight, really, apart from maybe one leg kick, but that landed to the body, followed up with the right hand, and now retakes the center as a result. But like you said, Issues is still trying to move forward using that slipping forward-moving hook, as well as the lead uppercut as well. Trying to just go between the two. Now it ends with a straight right to the body, which did some damage as well. So good work from Issues, but he's kind of he's coming with a game plan where Pablo seems to be just flowing in the fight, Rob.
Definitely, yeah. Pablo's trying to flow on that backside, and EK Issues. Uh-oh, woohoo! Cartwheel kick. Oh, nice head kick by Pablo, and EK Issues just looks like he is trying to bait out like a slip or a pull counter.
Nice!
Uppercut, what a combination by Pablo. Balian sits him down, and now he's coming for the kill.
He threw the right hook as Issues went for that slip off the center line, right overhand. So that was a nice read by Pablo right there. I mean, I don't know if he read it or if he just timed it very well. Yeah, EK Issues has been slipping those linear shots, those straight shots, and throwing that right overhand. Did it that time, met the right hook on the far side. Instant rock from Pablo, so nice adjustment to what Issues is doing, and that's what we talked about. You know, when you're flowing, it's much harder for your opponent to make those reads. Pablo making a read successfully right there. The adjustment to the right hook as he takes his head off the center line. Let's see if he gets it again. Lands it that time, though. Counters it once, gets it returned right back on him. And Issues stays straight in this fight, Rob. But he hits it again! Oh, the lead uppercut!
And he's gonna finish it! Big shots! Pablo on top, but a good slip by Issues, and yes! Oh my god, what a back and forth fight right now. Issues in some trouble. Pablo with the deny there. Throwing some shots, man, trying to get that grapple advantage, but a good full guard gain right there by Issues. He's safe now, but wow, what a interesting exchange. Earlier you saw the slips, right? The slips from Issues. That's what's getting him those rocks, the slip hooks. Pablo's seeing that. That's why he's throwing the head kicks, and that's why he's throwing that power right hand, and he's caught him a few times, but woo, back and forth. What a wild first round.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Rob. Exactly, yeah. Throwing the head kicks, throwing the right hooks, trying to time those slips, but here comes the pull counters as a result. So let's see if Issues can keep missing it up. Pablo getting a little excited there, throwing that body kick. He's just sliding back. Pablo back on this counter game. There's a nice left hook. It's all about that ball counter. Oh! Six-piece combination from Issues, who stayed in the pocket and now is going to pour it on against the cage. This is where you have to be careful. Nice sidestep to the outside. Pablo's going to get that head health back, trying to return fire right here as the block drops down, but Issues still moving forward. Knows his hurt, takes one on the chin there, but there's another right hook from Issues. Goes down to the body, triples up now. A right hook over the top one more time. Pablo trying to fight his way off this cage, but it is not good right now for Pablo G.
No, it is not. He is getting tagged and tagged hard, and now he's throwing some shots a little bit sloppy, and Issues is using good footwork, coming in, coming out, and popping them, stinging like a bee, floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee, looking like, you know, Muhammad Ali a little bit right there. Maybe not, but, you know, he's doing great.
Let's see if he can keep working on that block. Pablo G landing on the block a little bit there. Rob broke through it, wasn't able to land any stuff afterwards, but Issues there with the 1-2 that breaks the block too. There's an inside body kick off the lead leg, follows up with a straight right one more time. Nice way to reset the rhythm. Oh, it landed. Not flush, Rob, not at the right range. Kind of crowded by Issues right there, and Pablo needs to be careful just throwing naked head kicks like that, especially when he's this hurt, this late in the fight.
For sure, and that stamina is not on the side of Pablo now. And look at Issues. He's all over him. He's coming in. Left hook lands. Driving in with a takedown, probably a mistake, I would think. Oh, but he's picking him up. He's going to dump him. Big slam by Issues, now on top.
It's possible he was trying to throw that body hook, you know, against the cage, and he overheld it. Right. Regardless, though, beautiful slam. It was a high crotch. I didn't really pay too much attention to it. Issues now on the right-hand side. Pablo's in the center. And there's a head kick from Pablo, but yeah, Issues is not afraid to like throw these three-piece combinations. Full counter, right uppercut, has him where Issues had him earlier on. Issues unable to finish, but Pablo wastes no time. Pablo unable to finish.
There you go.
Issues wasted no time in getting the job done from that finish the fight position. Ground and pound, Rob. Not enough head held left again. I mean, that's just Issues landing those beautiful counters right here. Boom, big rear uppercut. That was off the pull. And then a nice lead hook that caught him on the way down to follow. It's going to be hard to walk away from that one, but there we go. Boom. Good work by Issues there, Rob. Overcame some adversity in that one.
That's a monster win right there for EK Issues, because Pablo Grips is a well-known, brutal striker. Very hard to put away, very creative, very patient. His mental game is tough. He's hard to put, you know, to get out of there. And EK Issues came in here, you know, Balian didn't even know who this guy was. I'm a little bit unsure of who this guy was, and now we know he is a vicious striker, a confident guy. He puts a lot of pressure on his opponents, and he's got some good head movement, some good pull uppercuts, and he could face a little adversity, because we saw Pablo Balian hit him with some big shots, some right hands, some head kicks, and he just walked through it, stayed focused, stayed on his game plan, and took out a dangerous Pablo Grips. What a win. Watch out for this kid.
I think he was a big underdog as well on the betting lines in the Twitch chat there. So came through on that one. Yeah, it's a little bit of a systematic game. You know, like even we were able to recognize like pretty soon what he was looking for. And Pablo recognized it and made him pay for it multiple times in that first round. But he switched up the strategy, you know, as soon as the reads were coming from one thing, just started going to the pull counter. I'm sure if the reads came for the pull counter, he'd just switch back to the slip hook. So just bounce between the two things, a bit of a different style to some people in that he had more of a sort of, this is the game plan approach rather than I'm gonna just go with the fight. But it worked for him, and it worked very well, and he did land those shots perfectly as well. That forward-moving slip right hook, you know, we've seen that used quite a lot at this level. Counter off the jab, move in closer distance, comes right over the top. Landed him a bunch of times, so there's a good win right there for Issues. Right, okay, so we're going to move straight on to the next fight. Guys, we're going to middleweight. We have the return of CIA Webcam taking on AJ. Guy, let's have a look at these two, Rob.
This is going to be a crazy fight. This is a fight to maybe get into the top 10, a very important point in these guys' competitive careers in the ESFL. You see an AJ guy ranked 15th, 1-0, and he actually beat EK Issues, who we just saw in his debut. He's bringing pressure, he's bringing body shots, a lot of volume, but LW CIA Webcam, that LW camp is coming. They have arrived. They have a lot of dangerous fighters, and he is ranked 11, 2-1. He's only lost to Fadinator. And Fadinator actually fought Zyaf for the title, so Fadinator is extremely talented. Webcam bringing crazy head movement, punches the body, works to drain the stamina. Talk about these picks.
We have a Cannoneer versus Belfort over 200 ping fight here, Rob. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. Both men have got big power. Certainly Cannoneer has more of it. Belfort got some hand speed, though, as well as they've got quite a lot of different techniques on Vitor, right? You got a lot of different kicks, spinning kicks, wheel kicks as well, so he has an advantage in that regard as well. Let's see if he uses them. But this is an interesting fight. If it goes long, I expect Webcam to have the advantage. Cannoneer's got a great gas tank. Vitor, not so much. But like you said, these two are ready to do it. Lethal Weapons is the camp that Webcam is representing tonight. AJ repping the AJ camp. So I don't know what team that is. But I guess it's just Guy, not AJ. But that was a rock already, Rob.
Early, and Cannoneer, I think what does he have? At 98 power, he throws some bombs and already connects. And if you connect with a clean shot, that's what's gonna happen. And Webcam already striking first blood.
Nice, that was good work though. Goes straight lead uppercut straight from Southpaw. That's nice work. Nice double shot to the body though. Recognizing a weakness there. They trade. Another left hook goes over the top in the exchange. Drops Guy, but a beautiful sweep.
Oh my goodness.
He timed it. That was amazing. Great job by Guy. Taking half guard top position now, trying to rain down some ground and pound. I've got the feeling these two are just going to try and finish each other, Rob.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with AJ. You know, he's throwing a lot of these shots with like 3/4 of his stamina, like half stamina, just not letting himself replenish. I don't know if he's nervous or he's feeling the pressure. I don't know what's going on, but pay attention to that. He needs to clean that up or he's going to get dropped like he did. But that was a beautiful sweep by him.
Yeah, you are right. And plus with Vitor, you're really going to feel that. Here's Webcam now going to a bit more of a methodical game, targeting the body, throwing two-piece combinations. Nice shot, though. That liver kick working. Oh, they're just trading now, and in a war of sort of attrition, I would give the nod to Cannoneer and Webcam every day.
For sure. He's just walking him down. He's landing those big knees to the body. He's backing up with the... Oh, my God. Beautiful sequence. Head movement. Hits him with the kick when he leans, and this is all Webcam right now. AJ in big trouble. That stamina bank is...
Oh, he doesn't know how to block the knees either. Oh, he's out.
He's dead. Get a stretcher.
Well, Guy was coming off the back of that really impressive win over EK Issues. We talked about it in the lead up. He looked really impressive in that victory over someone that just beat Dev Raider, but right there, Webcam just looked on another level. I mean, that sequence there, Rob, to get the rock on the head kick, obliterated the body, baited out the shot, and then just countered. Had him so worried about the body, just set the head kick up beautifully, went right to the head with it, got the drop. And then against the cage, obviously, no blocking on the knees from Guy. I don't know if he was a bit flustered trying to get his own offense back, but it didn't take many. And then one uppercut for a clean KO, Rob. What an impressive performance by Webcam.
Extremely. I think what happened there was, you know, you always have the jitters when you go into the ESFL. I've always had them when I competed, no matter how many times I was in there. I mean, it goes away over time, but still it's there. And AJ got clipped early, Bailey, with a big shot from Webcam using Cannoneer, and it just seemed like he couldn't really collect himself after that. He was throwing punches with low stamina. He was gassing himself doing that, and then it just seemed like CIA just was well trained. He was ready, and he was just hunting. And literally in his scouting report, it says works to drain the stamina, and that's what he did. He did a perfect game plan and got a beautiful finish, and very impressed. And now 3-1, the LW camp, the lethal weapons. I mean, they're that name for a reason, because they are lethal as hell.
Yeah, I love the diligency as well. It was just really simple two-piece combinations, and it helped that there was some willingness to trade on the side of Guy, right? He was, like you said, half stamina. He was just throwing like, I'm gonna hit you. And he hit him a little bit, but obviously he put himself in a lot of danger.
Yeah, he did.
Which is why he got finished in the first round there. But there we are. Right, let's move on to fight number 7 tonight, guys. We are over the halfway point on the card now, and we have a treat for you in another Kingsman coming up, Mr. Caliber. 2-2 so far this season, ready to get another win on his record, but he'll be taking on the young gun, JC21. What a fight, Rob. All right, let's go.
I mean, it's always a fight when you have a former ESFL champion and a guy that has a lot of wins over a lot of esports pro competitors. His last fight, he lost to Benny. He's 1-1, looking to make a big masterpiece performance here. But KM Caliber on the other side, 2-2, 4 fights already this season, filling in on short notice. And this guy has a lot of good timing. Caliber is very dangerous, but so is JC. This is a big moment for both these guys. Should be a fantastic fight.
Look at this fight. Derek Lewis versus Andre Bishop.
Man.
What a matchup. I mean, JC's kind of brave for taking Derek Lewis. I mean, he has like fatigued animations as his default animations because...
That's what I'm thinking.
Because why not? But against Andre Bishop here, man, this is a tough test for JC. He's at a speed disadvantage. The power isn't... Well, the power is pretty differential, but this is heavyweight. And Caliber is also a bit smaller than him, going to get low, hit the body, be able to slip his heads off the center line a little bit. So this is a bit of a stylistically tough matchup for JC, if you ask me.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. I mean, Bishop is one of the best heavyweights with his boxing and his stand-up and his power and his speed. And JC picking up the Black Beast. I mean, he's just slow. He does have power, but I don't know if he's going to be able to hit him. But if he does get this win, that's going to be extremely impressive.
Why do I feel like JC's literally just trying to land like some jumping kick from the outside? And that's how he wants to finish this fight. Close the distance well with the boxing there. Does get his hands on him, but even when JC just touches him, Rob, it does a hell of a lot of damage. So he doesn't need to hit him a lot, you know. He can get picked apart a little bit and still carry his power late. We see Lewis do that in real life. Caliber just trying to pepper him as JC's trying to close the distance though. Went for the lead uppercut right there. Got beat to it with the 1-2.
So far, he's doing a really good job. He's walking down. He's being patient. He's not overthrowing, and he's landing bombs. Look at that head health. I mean, one thing that Derek Lewis does have is he got some serious power in those paws, and he's tagging him.
Oh, there it is. I knew it was coming. Beautiful jump switch kick right there to the head. Nice work. Let's see if Caliber can get off this cage. Oh, single collar attempt. Nice work, but he shrugged it off immediately. Did you see that? That's some pro clinch defense right there.
That was some good stuff. And he is just walking him down. And it looks like Caliber is feeling this pressure right now of JC.
Yeah, JC's doing a good job using the reach of Derek Lewis, you know, really playing to that advantage. Nice level change. Derek, big right hook though. He one-step flying knee as well. Nice work on that. Oh, lead hook to the body. And another one to the head. And trying to land a third one there, Rob. But both men teeing off at each other. Now a rear uppercut. Another one on the chin. Will he take it? There's a tennis kick. It was a hand plant, I think. Capoeira style. Rob, this is crazy.
This is insane. JC throwing some big bombs and mixing up some unorthodox kicks that you might not expect with Derek Lewis. You know, facing against Derek Lewis. But you see Caliber trying to throw the body shots. He's landing and a big left hook. It's flying knee. JC!
He's so close to getting this like jump switch kick finish or a flying knee. I know he wants something similar, but he has not been touching his chin a lot, Rob. But every time he does, it's big damage. Even when he whiffs on that first strike, Caliber sort of resets to come back in with a counter, and it's the second follow-up shot that's been rocking him almost every time, and it's been one lead hook or one right hook. Not much at all required. He is starting to slow down a little bit now, though. Look, Caliber's staying composed, but it's not going to take much to put him in a rock state again throughout the rest of this contest. Rear uppercut, perfectly timed with the level change right there. And, you know, if he didn't know it coming in, You know, I think there's some respect for the power now, not only in the hands of Derek Lewis, but from JC21 and his ability to time that power. So yeah, Caliber needs to be careful in this second round, Rob.
No doubt he needs to be careful, Balian, and it's JC who has laid the groundwork for this knockout. I mean, he's done the damage. He has a little bit of time to recuperate, and there's a beautiful straight. Here comes JC.
Oh, big overhand right. That's it.
What a win.
I think it was a lead hook or a lead uppercut, overhand right with no block left to sat him down against the cage. The TKO ground and pound against the fence line as well to get the finish. Here's the Derek Lewis celebration, the Black Beast, baby. What a beautiful knockout from JC. Wasted no time at the start of that round, came forward with the pressure, throwing, moving forward front kicks, you know. But there's the lead uppercut and crush, no block left. Oh my God, clattered him to the canvas, Rob. What a finish.
Just highly impressive against not against just anyone. That was against KM Caliber, 2-2, looking very good with Andre Bishop picking heavyweight on the feet. And, you know, JC just looked amazing, very patient in his approach, throwing meaningful shots throughout the fight, not wasting anything, and then also mixing in Bailey and those kicks, you know, those unorthodox, I guess you could say, but kicks you might not expect if you are facing against the Black Beast. And he landed, I think, 2 out of 3 of those brutally, and that was just a fun one to watch.
Yeah, I think as a bit of a case as well, at least it felt to me that JC obviously had a lot of experience playing with Derek Lewis.
Yeah.
Not sure if it was the same way on the other side with Caliber there, if he agreed to a heavyweight matchup, or if maybe he has a ton of experience using Andre and he's a go-to pick. But JC, you could kind of tell, you know, that's one of his guys right there. You know, he had every move down. We saw at least like 5 or 6 unique moves that aren't exactly easy to remember the buttons for because they change all the time depending on the fighter. And it was a great performance by JC. He seemed very confident as well early on, like to know that I don't need to touch him a lot. I just need to just touch him. And then it built up. And then he just, next time he touched him, he was getting rocks. So it was good work by JC. All right, let's move on. We've got another great matchup for you guys. Nothing but bangers for the rest of the card tonight. EK O'Malley is going to jump in now, try and get another win back for the EK boys. But he's also taken on, EK O'Malley is EK Spider, I was going to say. Like, he's taken on Spider, but he is Spider because it was O'Malley. Regardless, it is the Spider, guys. The Spider you know and love here again tonight at lightweight to take on Killer Jake. Both 1-1. Rob, I'll hand it to you.
Rank 28, Killer Jake, like you said, 1-1, lost his last fight, so he's looking to bounce back from that. He works the body well, high-level striker, very patient, but this guy right here is a fan favorite, one of my favorites. I can speak for you too, Bailey, and you love watching him. EK Spider, he just brings a cool, creative, interesting, and very dominant style on the feet. He's an elite striker. I mean, you could definitely call him an elite striker, a highlight machine. And he started the season 0-1. He's on a 1-win streak. He's looking to add that to his winning column. Add this one right here to his winning column is what I'm trying to say. And these matchups here at lightweight, you know, he has been picking fighters that are a little bit more
he played
meta,
McGregor
you know?
last week, right? He played McGregor last week.
Right.
And destroyed with McGregor. Yeah, we were used to seeing Spider play these sort of like outlying kickboxing characters that might be a little bit harder to win with because the meta changes a lot and there's obviously a lot of different styles, but boxing and inside boxing, especially with counters and stuff, has become very, very powerful in this game. So even if you're very good on the outside, if your opponent can create that space, then it creates problems for you, and sometimes they can force that range on you and it make it even harder to fight your game. But Spider, picking McGregor for the second week in a row here, definitely able to transition through all ranges of striking and have an advantage there. Easier. It is a mirror match, but regardless, let's see. Killer Jake versus Spider. Spider, one of the greatest strikers ever in this game. Struggled against multiple opponents, though. Let's see what Killer Jake can do against the vet.
And if Killer Jake can get a win here in emphatic fashion against Spider, he's going to gain a lot of clout, a lot of fans, and a lot of hype in the ESFL because Spider is just so good, and it's going to be a tough one, especially with this matchup on the feet with McGregor in his hands. And I'm so excited to see what's going to happen here.
It was a really cool sequence there where he caught the kick and Spider threw a front kick before his leg that was caught touched the ground. It was kind of interesting. Like a unique animation, yeah. Lots of fakes along this fence line. This Spider choosing his shots very carefully, lands a nice liver shot. to the body there, controlling this cage nicely, both trading left hooks right there as well. But there's a little bit of return from Jake, trying to give himself some space. Ooh.
And it seems like Spider is pressuring his opponent. Oop, avoids that front teep, and Spider not really known for this sort of pressuring style.
Yeah, but it's great. It's like feinting pressure as well.
Right,
you know,
right.
Ooh, dropping the hands to the body to roll through on the head right there, but did get clipped by a lead hook. Nice return with the knee, didn't freeze up there, had his return offense ready to go. And Jake keeps level changing Rob on his entry, so I'm wondering if Spider's going to try and time an uppercut as he steps into range here. Because Killer Jake's either throwing that body hook or he's just faking it, but he's still level changing under. There's Spider fishing for the lead uppercut himself right there. But it's definitely there, shot to the body, nice work. It's all about just reading your opponent, getting a feel for when they're going to level change down to the body. But there's a nice return from Jake, who's now kind of retaken the center. Would he push towards the cage? No, throws two knees and an uppercut on the break. But we have swapped positions around the cage. But there we go. Spider circles back to the center, and he's back on the pressure.
Killer Jake's doing a phenomenal job with his body work. He's landing a lot of body shots, teeps. Right there, the straight to the face, hook to the body. Oh, and another digging body uppercut again. Spider's got to be careful, Balian.
He's trying to counter with that rear uppercut, but what he's doing right now is he's playing Jake's game, right? He's just, all of this forward pressure has just translated into counter fighting, and Jake is just nailing him with every single thing he throws from a planted position because Spider is walking into range and eating these shots, you know. Those fakes from Spider were doing really well, but now he's just wading forward, taking punishment. He needs to reset. Oh, land a beautiful lead uppercut to try and steal the round. Oh, they trade there.
And that was a nice lead uppercut, but Killer Jake this round has just done so much work to that body. I mean, if he doesn't win the round, he wins the round, in my opinion. I just think that Killer Jake his boxing is looking very tight.
It is, but Spider will not stop coming forward, and he keeps just running into the offense, Rob. It's little disheartening to see. You know, he was doing some great work on the outside, freezing him with the jabs and the fakes. But for the second half of that round, as soon as he got hit a little bit, Rob, he just kept walking again and again and again into Jake's punches. He didn't make Jake come after him at any point. It was all just move forward. Maybe he feels a little bit more comfortable in that position. He doesn't want Jake coming after him. But gets rocked to the head, gets rocked to the body. Slips out of the way of that uppercut, but this, like you said, Rob, there's a lot of body damage done. This could be the end of the fight.
Yeah, definitely. If he didn't slip that one uppercut at the end of that three-piece, it could have been over. But yeah, Spider just seems like he was the kind of guy that would excel like at distance. And he's just coming forward and just getting clipped by these Killer Jake bombs. And this could be it. Looks like he's going to get through this one. Barely gets out of that alive.
Yeah, but the elbows are going to come as a sprawl fake right there. But Jake says back to the feet. Why not? Let's go.
Man, that body's toast.
Oh, gets caught trying to level change himself.
Killer Jake looked good. He looking real good.
Oh, the up kick. Nice head kick, though, right there from Spider. Dropped him with it, trying to stay in the fight, Rob. How about that?
Yeah, Spider always dangerous, and that's where he does most of his work is from that outside. But for some reason in this fight, he's plodding in, and Killer Jake is meeting him, and he's not giving him a friendly greeting. He's giving him some dangerous, brutal uppercuts. Right there, back left hook again. Knocks down Spider, and Killer Jake is looking like a killer. Body shot.
Rear uppercut to the body. He had just enough block to block that head uppercut. But he's hit the mat. He doesn't even wait for his stamina to come back, Spider. He's like up before the block has half recharged. He doesn't care. Kill or be killed for Spider right now, I think. Robbie's looking for it, but this might be a matter of time for Jake. Another lead hook into the straight left, pouring at distance. Straight left comes back to the body there, trying to get some more damage there. Now a rear uppercut after that touching jab. A left hook there by Spider as he tries to stay in it. He's trying.
He definitely is. He's buckling to the body, but he's still throwing bombs and still coming after Jake. Jake seems like he is just smooth sailing right now, though. Head held good, body held good, stamina good, everything. And man, lights out, double barrel shotgun, left hand to the face, and Spider's out cold.
Yeah, just a little tap with that straight left at the end. I mean, things started well for Spider, but it all started to get out of hand. Killer Jake found his rhythm, and then he couldn't miss, Rob. He just landed and landed and landed. He landed everything and landed nice shots to the body on the inside, kicks on the break. He just started letting it go, and Spider, you know, walking in there with his hands low. I guess he was anticipating the body shot. Maybe he was gonna roll and move his head, but Spider just a little bit, I don't know, Rob. He tried to make his game work, and it just didn't. And as a result of that, he took a ton of punishment.
Right, definitely. Looks like there's gonna be a change in the next fight, Balian. EK Jakey in for Trickzzy. So switch, but from the same team. That's very interesting.
Yeah, so it was going to be Trickzzy. It's now EK Jakey who'll take on Satchmoelife, which should be a good fight. But any thoughts on that one? We just watched it, Rob, before we move on.
For sure. No, yeah, definitely. It was very interesting watching, you know, Spider fight in that manner, because usually we see him on his back foot, kind of waiting, kickboxing from a distance. But in this fight, he was doing that with the faint pressure, as you said, Balian. But then he was kind of just walking in without throwing a strike, and then just getting uppercutted in the face. And that is a very tough scenario. I mean, Killer Jake was throwing phenomenal punches, don't get me wrong, but it was just, he didn't have his hands up. He was just eating those uppercuts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like you can drop to the body so you can roll your head in this game, you know, and then try and cover all areas. But yeah, Spider was just like trying to flow through those positions, I think, and just wasn't able to. I mean, he'd already taken a ton of damage anyway, you know.
Right,
so.
right.
But the damage was done in that one, unfortunately. But yeah, Spider will take a loss there after a win last week. But that's a good win to have on the record there for a Killer Jake. He'll be happy with that one, 2-1. And yeah, he'll be moving forward. Rank 28. So let's see who he gets next week. Right, let's jump on to the next one here. Number 9 on the fight card this evening. We've got number 14 taking on number 17. EK's Jakey filling in on short notice for Trickzzy. And he's taking on Satchmo. Go ahead, Rob.
All right, here we go. EK Jakey 1-0. Took this fight on insanely short notice. He's a former wrestler. Spider's student. Is EK Jakey actually Spider's student? Wow, this will be kind of cool. His sensei just fought. Hopefully that doesn't affect him too much, but he's going to bring some great striking if that is his sensei. However, Satchmo ranked 17th, 1-1, former double champion in the IXC, and he is ready to go out there and throw out some Muay Thai combinations, crafty submissions. This guy is a killer, and we'll see what happens here. What were the picks, Balian?
Ooh, all right, Poirier versus Ferguson, man.
Ooh.
It's a tough fight for the Ferguson player in this regard, I think, because in the striking department, you're at a disadvantage in every way, and you've got to get it to the mat. But Tony's not necessarily that good with the takedowns unless your name... Actually, no, I don't think we saw it. Tony get takedowns on Satchmo, just a 3-piece combination there. Right on the inside. Nice 4-piece with a nice liver shot on the end of it. But Jakey's just going to stay in the pocket. Let those clean, crispy boxing combinations go.
Yeah, I'm seeing Satchmo already starting strong. Looking very crisp here. Oh.
Nice 1-2 down the middle. Outside leg kick to the body. Nice work right there as well. As Satchmo does have an advantage in that department, Rob, the kicks, right? So nice to see him let the kicks go to the body, to the legs as well, through a couple of front kicks in there. That's going to help mix it up. This time throws a straight punch off the outside leg kick. And I like it. If you can get a stance switch out of Poirier, that's great. That'll help you a ton. He is taking a bunch of damage, though, to do it. Not really using any head movements. It's all coming off that block, which is not going to help late against Poirier.
Definitely, and Satchmo doing a good job with that lead leg kick and kind of comboing off of it, and that is definitely working for him right now. And Jakey has to try to defend that lead kick, but right now overhand lands for Jakey. Good stuff right there.
Yeah, like Satchmo's getting the game. He wants, you know, he's getting it going, but he is taking a ton of damage as a result. Fortunately, he has a great recovery stat, so you can kind of afford to do that early. He's probably going to take more damage in the first round than any round. Nice head kick, and I really love Satchmo just mixing everything up with his kicks, with his punches. Lovely Superman punch into a body shot, but Jakey able to stay in the pocket, return with an elbow. But there's a little cut on Jakey right now, but he whiffs on that one. Eats the lead hook. That's not good. And Jakey just breaking the block down one more time with these tight hands, these tight boxing combinations. Again, another lead hook.
And that time Jakey's checking. Now he's starting to get the rhythm. He's starting to get the momentum. He's starting to find his flow with those checks. And that's what he needs. And already that right leg is a little bit hurt, more than that left leg. So Jakey looking pretty good, and also landing some big shots on the head. When he sees an opening, he's landing.
Yeah, I mean, Jakey just looks way more composed than Satchmo right now. Unfortunately, Satch obviously getting his damage off. landing the shots he wants, but he's taking a lot of punishment as a result. Gets
he clips
again
him.
clipped by the inside boxing and being forced to fight this fight.
No,
And
no,
it's
no.
Just Jakey with the diligent boxing work right there. Satchmo just taking all this damage, Rob. Again, it's just a bit offensively minded, walking into the pocket to absorb shots, and then return your own offense yet again. Unfortunately for Satchmo, yeah, maybe just a little out of sorts after that initial damage, Rob.
I would think so, yeah. He's still coming forward, though. He's throwing some heat, but he can't take many more bombs from Dustin Poirier. And that confidence from Jakey, every time he knocks him down, he's putting a finger up, he's wiggling it down. No, 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 not today! Bang! Another one lands.
And it's just one shot at a time. Nice pull counter
Watch
on the
out.
elbow. And
Yeah.
Satchmo will recover a little bit as the Ferguson pick. He's also a bit of a stamina advantage as well, Rob, but like, you know you're going to take damage in the first round, but 3 knockdowns. I mean, what is it in the mind there of Satchmo where he gets knocked down, and rather than play conservatively for the rest of the round, try and keep yourself in good standing for the rest of the fight, maybe give up the first round because you're not going to win it, he goes back on the aggression and gets knocked down twice more. I mean, what happens there?
You know, it would probably be just trying to get that one back. I don't know what he's thinking, but when you're in this octagon, you're not sometimes thinking clearly. You're just reacting, and when you get knocked down, sometimes your initial reaction is just to get back up and go after your opponent and get that one back, and maybe that's what he's thinking, Balian.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it might be some of the butterflies that we talked about before, but like, there's no jabs from Satchmo tonight. It's all try and counter or land 4-piece combinations. You know, there's no jab to bait Jakey in so he can sit back and fade. A lot of stuff's coming on the block, and at this point, it's just too much, too late, and it's just combinations from Jakey, just 3-piece, 4-piece tight. You know, everything lands, nothing's thrown out of range, everything's set up with the jab, and that's just the difference in this one.
Nice shots. Here comes Jakey. He has him hurt. Left hook straight. Haunts him again. And now he's against the cage, and this is where it gets real dangerous. Oh, he kind of survives. Good body shots by Satchmo. He's trying to fight. He's trying to keep this guy off of him, but Jakey is on the pursuit, Balian, for the kill.
Ooh, that was a close head kick right there. He's actually
Look at him standing there. Is his controller dead?
everyone thought the controller was got there for a second, whereas Jakey was really just like, yeah, you can't hurt me. Satchmo still trying to stay persistent, right? Trying to get some chaos going, trying to get a pull counter maybe, anything he can. There it is, slip elbow. That was nice, but not giving up on himself. Knows he's got a durable fighter in Tony, but he has to get out of the pocket when these boxing combinations come in, Rob. I mean, I would even try and frame out of there now with R1, R2, you know?
Hey, that definitely would work. You got a little stamina to play with for sure. He has the advantage there, so yeah. Oh, but he gets flipped with an uppercut, and there comes Jakey trying
Just
to put the
too
bombs
much.
on him. Yeah, just too much indeed. And
Oh!
how many of those have we seen, Balian? Man,
Not many. This is
not
like
many.
one knee from a friend. I'm gonna watch on the replay. Yeah, just
that was
double frame.
vicious.
Straight in on it. Nice work. It's like Anthony Smith against Rashad Evans right there. You know, oh, it was the opposite way. You know, Smith had his back against the cage, but it was just one knee and a KO. Nice work. Good finish by Jakey.
Gruesome. Yeah, that was a big win by Jakey on short notice as well, and he looked very confident in there against Satchmo.
It looks like he had
composed.
It looks like he had his hand up to block, Rob, but I mean, he had no block gauge left at all. So I'm sure it just bled straight through the block there, because he probably did block it, but there was nothing left. But yeah, like you said there, a good performance by Jakey. It seemed at the start Satchmo was letting his hands go a little, but the frantic energy and like prolonged combinations left himself open for those counters. And then after that first knockdown, he just got himself in this position where he was just walking into the fire over and over again. Jakey was barely pushing forward. It was just Satchmo trying to return the offense, return the aggression, and just taking more and more damage in that situation. So maybe Satchmo fights like that. That's how he gets his wins. He wants to create that kind of a chaotic environment. But at this level, you know, you've got 15 minutes. It's a 3-round fight. You get knocked down in the first round. It's probably going to happen against a big puncher like Poirier. That's your opportunity to lean on the recovery stat, on the chin stat of Ferguson, sit on the outside a little more, try and, if he starts to pressure, then it's a different story. Then you have to be, you know, defensively responsible and try and handle that pressure. Maybe then you need to give it back a little because you've got to get some respect back. But that really wasn't the case in this situation. Just a lot of damage from Jakey, and Satchmo just kept walking into more damage, unfortunately.
Said it perfectly. And yeah, early in that first round, you saw Satchmo looking really good with the combinations, with the kicks, and then comboing off of him, and he was starting to look very clean with them. And then you saw Jakey just hitting him time and time again, finding his moments with those big bombs with Poye, and yeah, a little bit of a quick reaction like you brought up earlier, Bailey, when he would spring up, try to get that one back, try to just overwhelm EK Jakey, and EK Jakey was ready. He was very well trained. You could tell he's been playing a lot, and he looked just super composed in there. Super confident, super composed. Very, very classy performance.
Yeah, it was a good fight. It was a good fight. Right, let's move on back to welterweight now. We have the Flow State Kings Tadpole ready to represent his camp tonight. FSK been making some moves on the scene here, Rob, but he's taking on Jay Robinson. It should be a good matchup with two up-and-comers. I'll hand it over to you.
All right, here we go. Two up-and-comers. Ranked 20th FSK Tadpole, 1-1. He was the runner-up in the ESFL highlight competition. He's got wins over a bunch of ESFL veterans. And then Jay Robinson, you know, a little bit higher ranked, 13th, 1-0, undefeated. He beat Haroon, who we saw earlier. Now he is looking to put that to a 2-0 record, and he's bringing a lot of grappling. So we'll see how this matchup plays out. What about these picks, Balian?
Right, McGregor versus McGregor. Okay. Another
one.
Match. One at featherweight tonight, now at welterweight. You said he's a grappler. Don't know if he plans to do any grappling with Conor tonight. But again, this is about the shot selection, when to pressure, when not to pressure. If someone's fishing for pull counters, do they get them? There's a lot of little nuances. Or, you know, maybe they'll just both commit to that rear body uppercut game with the side kicks and the rear teep and just try and butcher the body.
The jab lead, jab straight combination that McGregor throws, that's pretty vicious too, don't you think?
Jab lead, jab straight. I mean,
the jab lead hook, jab lead hook straight. That's really quick on Conor McGregor, but I haven't really seen a lot of people doing that.
All right, pro tips from Rob there, guys. Put it in your game.
Damn right.
A little bit of a feeling out process. Tadpole trying to gauge the distance there, faking that jab. Committed to the teep and eats a four-piece combination as a result. And again, oh man, yeah. I feel like these are a bit jitters when these happen because Tadpole knows if he misses and gets punished, he should get out of there. But he ate the three-piece, stayed there in the pocket, didn't move his feet, so ate two more strikes. Then with low block and low head health, re-entered the pocket to get clipped and dropped. And now he's putting the pressure on again. So I don't know what's going on tonight, Rob. A lot of people just seem to be getting flashed and then just get completely off their game.
For sure, and I think that all started with a missed front
teep
kick. Yeah. So I think you're a little exposed right there, but can you get your block up fast enough to block that second shot?
Well, it wasn't that. Like, he missed the teep, so Jay closed the distance, unloaded a three-piece combination, and Tadpole didn't move, so Jay just kept punching, punched himself out through the block, but then Tadpole came back in with no block and just got dropped straight away. So it's like, you know, first of all, he didn't exit the pocket, and then he re-entered on low health when he could have just kind of calmly, I missed the kick, take the combo, slide back out, wait for recovery, and then re-engage.
Understandable. Yeah, you got to get out of there. Oh, look, he does that kick.
From these guys in these performances, okay? These guys are better than this, all right?
Okay. You tell them, Bailey. You tell them.
ESFL, all right? You got to bring your A game. What's going on?
Are you saying they're not bringing their A game right now?
Some people are. Bloody hell.
Right. Maybe they're just so excited to see the Paulo Costa fight.
They just want to put on a show, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
This is much better from Tadpole now. He's back on that jab fake that he used at the start of the round, and it was just one mistake. You know, it's just one mistake. He's recovered well afterwards. I'll shut up, you know. Jay also looking to snipe, but it's tough in a mirror match like this, Rob, when you're both trying to land that big shot. You know, you can get a bit of stalemate, which can lead to inaction, which can lead to you, you know, wanting to force some damage on your opponent.
Yo, yeah, I couldn't say it better myself. And Tadpole is coming forward. He's trying to get that head kick combination working, but Jay standing his ground. But watch out, that uppercut, that straight is coming, and Tadpole is the one putting the pressure onto his opponent. But they're both trying to fight for the center of the octagon right now. Jay's not, he's refusing to be backed up all the way against the cage.
Lovely slip there, but then returns the slip as well. There's a much more patient fight from both guys here. Oh, trading on the inside. Nice work. Missed teep kick there on the other side, but not able to return. Nice catch though on the liver kick. Tadpole doesn't throw the knee and gets a chip at the end of it.
Dumps him onto the ground. It's gonna take a little bit of stamina away. Now Jay being the aggressive one. Teeping. Round number 1. Who won that round? Obviously, it was the blue Conor McGregor. Jay.
Yeah, man, on every single aspect of that round. Yeah, it got a little spicy there at the midpoint. You know, both guys being very tentative, trying to get their offense going. They did clash there in like the clinch position for a little bit and swung their hooks. But now back on the pressure. Look at all this damage that Tadpole's taken. Wow. I mean, to be fair, Rob, that's just great work from Jay. And then the full counter. That is just beautiful work from Jay. 100% accuracy, perfect shot selection, landed everything and just crushed him.
Yeah, there's a moment right there where you could see Tadpole was a little bamboozled. He just froze after he got dropped and stood back up. So Jay definitely very composed, looking like a killer out there, and just amazing combinations. Pinpoint accuracy.
Nice work as well. Slipped straight off the center right there from Jay as soon as he stepped into range. Slides back, tries to counter with the lead hook. There's the frame from Tadpole now, trying to keep some of that block up, not get caught, just blocking, moving backwards. Blocks both those strikes there. Slips the uppercut. That's nice work. You can tell Tadpole trying to be a bit more careful now, Rob.
Yeah, trying to make sure he's utilizing that head movement to get away from those power shots, and also teeping there. And yeah, he's got to watch out though. If Jay throws one of those spinning capoeira kicks on one of those empty head slips, it could be all over, Balian.
Sticks the toes in the gut there, does Tadpole, who's doing a better job controlling this round. I mean, he got dropped, but he's doing a good job controlling, although Jay is prepared to give up ground here so he can try and counter. Nice double jab there, beats the rear knee, it looked like, and another just stiff jab from Jay, who's happy to just pod his way through this round, Rob. He's already winning it halfway through the fight. Tries to land his own return shots there, finishes that straight left to the body. That's good. Bit of an early slip from Tadpole. Eats 3 left hooks as a result, and then a straight left. Oh, manages to rip there on the counter before Jay can get his guy. But there's another left hand. And I think, honestly, this is a great performance from Jay Robinson right here, Rob.
Oh, just so impressive. He's being so methodical, so patient, so confident. Bam, lands the shot. Doesn't rush anything. You can tell he's just, you know, he's in the zone right now. He is flowing on all damn cylinders, and he is he's on fire right now, and we're witnessing greatness.
Yeah, Jay just very composed in the pocket, knows it only takes one more of those left hooks to drop him again. Tadpole trying to flow on the inside. Well, nice work there by Tad, but it left him on half stamina. Had his block entirely broken, still half stamina, and getting marched down by Jay. This is just a tough place to be if you're Tadpole.
So tough. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful sidestep. Left hook bomb, out he goes. What a win, what a performance. Bang, baby.
Damn, one shot gets it done. Great fight from both men right there, but Jay on another level tonight. I mean, that looked like a horrible person to be trapped inside the UFC 4 octagon with, Rob. I mean, it just looked like everything Tadpole tried to do, no matter how careful Tadpole tried to be, Jay was just perfect, threw everything at the right time and just executed, you know, a Conor McGregor play, I guess, perfectly. Just took Conor and used him in every single way he could to his advantage.
Hyper focus in there, Balian. Every time he would get a knockdown, he didn't jump on him. He didn't react in an excited way. He was like a well-trained police hound, and he was out there to assault his opponent, and he did that very well.
Yeah, I think he did. I'm very impressed by Jay. That's 2-0 now for Jay. Former #1 ranked online world championship player. Earned his roster spot through the proving grounds. So Jay got to #1 in the world on the online rankings there, guys, in the actual game. And then makes his way through the proving grounds into the ESFL, takes out Haroon, and now takes out the #20 guy in Tadpole. He's #13, Rob, so I wonder if I'll put him into the top 10 conversation. Nonetheless, see this guy fight again. This is a great performance from Jay. Let's see what he's got. Let's see how far he can go.
Bailey, you know what I've noticed, man, is these guys that have to go through like these other organizations or through the qualifiers for the tournament, kind of like Death Punch. It's like they get something, that battle-tested aura. They get like, chip, and they just are so tough. And these veterans are struggling with these guys that are rising through the tough road to the ESFL, and it's just something I've noticed, and it's beautiful thing to see.
Yeah, I mean, like at the end of the day, you know, the ESFL events like this, they're only once a week. There's a lot of prep time, and this is a season. You know, a win or a loss has consequences across a period of time. It's not just one fight and then that's it. You know, that will carry over for several months if you want to get a title shot, if you want to fight the best, etc. But these aren't huge competitions. These aren't huge events. These weekend cards, they're just the numbered ESFL events with the community. Obviously still the highest level to test yourself and your ability to fight. But if you're a veteran and you've done a few of them, Rob, you know, compare that to someone like Jay Robinson. His second time here, had to work all the way through to actually get to the big show. So definitely someone who's going to show up every single time. Yeah, exactly. You hit it on the head. So let's see if Jay can do that next week or in the future when we do have some more big competitions. When the Esports League for the UFC is back on, then we can see him, see if he can take it to that next level. But he's got to get there first as well, because there's a lot of other hungry people, like you mentioned, including these two, which is the next matchup here, the co-main event of the evening at lightweight, guys. Rivals in the game here. I'm looking at the scores right now. Number 7, number 9, YerDa taking on Game Room here. Let's go, bro.
Game Room is so impressive as well, and he beat Kezza at ESFL 121. Always looking for that finish is Danny, aka Game Room, and he's ranked number 7, and this is top 10 shiz right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting up to the upper echelon of the competitors here in the Xbox scene, and there's a lock-in right there. But number 9 ranked YerDa 1-1. His last fight was against Zyaf, the champion. So YerDa, unrelenting pressure, comfortable everywhere, elite head movement. This guy is the real deal. It's a huge test right now for Danny, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and Danny beat Kezza. I don't know if you mentioned that, at ESFL 121. Which we saw Kezza fight tonight. He looked very, very good. Undefeated so far this season, Danny. He beat Kezza and he got jumps to the number 7 spot in the world, Rob. So that's kind of what people think of Danny, aka Game Room. He has fought in the ESFL before. Tough opponent, in YerDa here tonight, though. So let's see how things go. Love the matchup here. Always a good one, especially from a striking perspective. See who can get their game going. Both men content to plant in the center of the octagon here, Rob, and let those hands go. YerDa getting the best of those exchanges so far, though.
He is with Conor McGregor, too. Those punches are nice, but yeah, that kick is going to change the game right now. The calf kicks of Dustin, I love to utilize those, the power kicks, and he does have the hand and the strength in his paws to keep up with a Conor McGregor player as well. So this is a really close matchup between these two highly touted competitors.
Yeah, and if you looked at the numbers before this, YerDa is 9-0 against Game Room right now. Jeez. I don't know how much of that's like disconnections, maybe, you know, you're trying to figure something out. Or if he's actually fought him 9 times and won. I don't want to make any assumptions, but that is the scoreboard according to the game. And you got to think why. Like, how has that happened? Is it just an overwhelming? Are they close fights that YerDa squeezes out every single time? Does he just dominate him? Does he have something he continually has success with? Because right now it's looking like a pretty even fight, Rob.
It is, and you never know. Those could be from like the beginning of the game, and they hadn't played since, and this is a whole different, you know, environment now, a whole different fight. And every fight is so different in this game. That's what makes this game so exciting, so much different than any other game. This is chaos in here, and you're trying to control yourself. You're trying to figure out a game plan, and right now Game Room is clipping YerDa with that lead hook, and he's doing some damage right now. YerDa is in trouble a little bit early.
Yeah, he's taking some damage on the block as well. This is a case of walking into the pocket with your block up just to take the damage on the block so you can then return your own shot. You know, it's like a trading style. It's a very Muay Thai style, which is okay until your block starts to disintegrate and then it bleeds through to your head health, and then all of a sudden you can't just walk into punch range anymore and you leave yourself open. There's a clip around the ear roll right there with a lead hook. Nice work, came around the side of that left hand. YerDa took a little knock to the head there already as well, which isn't necessarily great in the first round. Rob, you don't want to be the first one taking that damage, and has lost a significant amount of head health as a result. But look at that, 2 shots, Rob, and I think he's just swung the head health back in the other direction.
Yeah, that lead hook for Game Room is money, Bailey. I mean, he keeps just clipping him with it, just bang, just bops him, stuns him. And the Teeps and Game Room looking very patient as well, and it just seems like YerDa just can't really find. Oh! Right as I say that, lands a combination, drops him to the floor. He's in trouble, Bailey.
And he went to the body with the uppercut instead of the head on the break, which kind of let Game recover, but he did get some body damage in there as a result. It goes back with a 1-2-3. The hook catches him nicely. Game Room now wobbly, trying to just stagger away, stay patient, got the block up. Oh, comes back with his own 1-2-3. This is a close fight.
Oh, it's an exciting fight. They're
Oh.
swinging back to the end of the bell. Woo! There's the stats right there. What, 2 stuns, 1 knockdown?
Ooh,
Wait a
back
second.
up. It's
There
a
was a
straight
stun-
left.
Was there? It said there was no stun for Dustin Poirier. Did I misread that? I might have. I remember him rocking him early, Balian.
I mean, I feel like he did, but now that you've said it, I don't actually know. He was landing damage. I don't remember a rock.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong, though.
Maybe just a big shot.
I wasn't really paying attention to me,
Oh yeah, you were paying attention to the fight.
I'm
Okay.
in the fight as it happens, not like in the past. Lead hook there, though, from Game Room. Like you said, has been money all night. Gets another one out early. I don't know if this one's going the distance, but let's see.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Already early in the second round, their head health is pretty diminished, almost halfway, and they're exchanging. And Game Room is open to exchanging with YerDa, and it's got him into some trouble. But it's also his confidence in his hands has gotten him a couple good shots with that right hand. So far so good for these two.
Yeah, but YerDa's looking for the big counter shot now. He's also digging for that jab rear left hook. So Game Room has to be careful on the entries. Now rolling under hooks as well, trying to counter. So yeah, Game Room needs to be a bit careful. Catches him on his own entry with the hook and just keeps letting the hands go right there. YerDa moving the head, trying to slide back. But you know, if he walked straight backwards without slipping, he probably would have just got out of the pocket, Rob. But because he stayed there trying to roll and move his head, he just kept getting tagged and got dropped again.
Sure, and this is what happens when you get two confident, fearless warriors in there. You get such an exciting exchange. Neither guy is afraid to lose. Both guys are going for the win. They're like two marauders in there colliding, and one of them is going to fall, and I think it's going to be this round, and it's just a great thing to see. I love fights like this, and Game Room is getting the better of YerDa in these exchanges.
Yep, and you can tell Game Room's being patient, looking for that lead hook. Again, it's always the counter. Now, lets YerDa step in, absorbs the first 2 shots, counters with the lead hook, but as a result, he's taking a lot of damage because YerDa knows he's very close to putting him out as well. Tries to throw the slip straight down the center line. Game Room ready for it. Jab to bait out some offense here. Reluctant on following up with the left hand, but gets underneath that one. Does YerDa goes back with a 1-1-2, but the slip straight lead hook over the top. Now the pressure. YerDa rolling underneath. Stays in the fight, Rob. This is a war.
This is a freaking, it's a battle. It's a war of attrition. Both guys letting it all hang out right now, and you're seeing YerDa standing right in the pocket, but you're seeing his opponent Game Room standing there as well, and they're just exchanging. They're throwing bombs at each other, nuclear bombs, and they're exploding on each other's faces.
They are. YerDa left fishing for that pull elbow. You know, doesn't get it, but it's in his mind right now. There he goes again with it. Something Game Room has to watch out for, especially if that lead hook comes out. You know, YerDa can jab, bait the lead hook, and then get that pull counter, but Game Room going to the legs now, trying to mix up his avenues of attack. Went for a straight lead hook there as well as the 4-piece came out. Both men hurt, Rob.
Both men hurt, but both men still winging. And again, Game Room gets the better of him. Big shots, knocks down YerDa. Again, the left hook, or excuse me, the right hook lands. YerDa down.
Oh, the ground and pound to get there. Oh, he slipped him. He's got 20 seconds in full man here to land some ground and pound. I don't know if he can finish with this much stamina, but he's breaking the block. Nice slip by Game Room is going to keep him alive. He slipped again. 10 seconds left. It will head to a third, most likely. But what in exchange there towards the end? Game Room sneaking ahead, though, Rob.
Yeah, Game Room just getting the better of the exchanges more so than his opponent. But, man, I am not sad, and I'm not unhappy that it's going to a third round, because this fight has been extremely entertaining. And here we go, the third and final round, and I think one of these guys is going down. The slight head health advantage to Game Room right now with Dustin Poirier. Very impressive performance, but YerDa still there in the fight as well. Oh, he tagged him! Big shot! Uppercut! Bang!
That's why YerDa is 10-0 now, you know, because he just doesn't get himself out of the fight, never loses confidence. And I was saying, you know, like Game Room was ahead, Rob. Game Room was clearly ahead. But YerDa was still in the fight, had done enough damage. It took one slip straight left hand. And again, we see this new meta, Rob, which everyone is able to take advantage of. Once you get rocked, you now just plant your feet and try and sway out of the way of the follow-up shots. And loads of people are getting hurt by it today. No one wants to back out of the pocket when they get hurt. Obviously, it's pretty bad when you're hurt and wobbling and staggering backwards. Your opponent's just coming forward, pushing you against the cage and non-landing combinations. But the commitment to remain in place and just try and bobblehead your way out of it, it's a little bit risky. Sometimes it pays off, but it didn't there. And yeah, there's a win for YerDa. Another one, stays undefeated against, oh God. Danny, aka Game Room. There we go. For one more time, Rob. Anyway, what did you think?
Oh man, what a war! I mean, fight of the night. I mean, we've had some great fights, but man, that was just extremely entertaining. But I love it when you get two confident, well-trained, neurological athletes, Robin Black,
Ooh.
and you know, it's just it's exciting to see, you know, two guys colliding, and both guys know they have that juice, and they are just throwing those shots, and you're seeing them stick in the pocket because they know that they have the muscle memory, the awareness to defend themselves and then counter. And then to the very end, YerDa was just a little bit behind Game Room, but he was still in the fight. And then to get that just explosive knockout where you see Game Room flying in the freaking air, getting airborne with a power shot from McGregor. I mean, that's what the EA Sports UFC 4 is all about.
Damn right. I mean, put that on a trailer, please, Rob. Let's go. Don't forget, guys, at the end of tonight, you will be able to vote for your fight of the night. It'll be right there in Twitch chat where you've been voting the whole time. By the way, shout out to everyone on YouTube tonight as well. I know loads of you watch from that side of things. Community's down the middle. You can watch all of the previous events on YouTube as well, but we are in the Twitch chat as well, or on the YouTube, depending where you are. But we will be voting in the Twitch chat. Is also where you can gamble tonight as well with your precious ESFL coinage, I guess we should call it. But we've only got one fight left now, guys. So yeah, don't forget to watch the fight of the night. That may have been it, unless this one turns out or just turns into a war. Right, Rob, we have Zyaf back to defend his Xbox title, formerly undefeated this season at 5-0, but did lose his PlayStation title last week. Defended this Xbox One twice now. Looking to make it a third time here tonight, or maybe he's defended. So he's had 6 fights. Last week was PlayStation, so you've got to assume that it's 4, 3, and 3. So did we start on Xbox? Right. So then he's defended his Xbox title 3 times. Okay, so this will be the 4th defense of his Xbox title. Started the champ this season. Can he get it done, Rob?
Yeah. Is the big question, because you know, last week I believe Zyaf had his biggest test in Izzy, and he was unable to get that win. And now he is faced with the #1 ranked contender, GodAteMyPig, 4-0. And this guy, I believe, is Zyaf's biggest test so far on the Xbox side. So Zyaf is very motivated for this fight. He knows there's a lot of questions people are asking, like, has he had easier fights? Has he been able to, you know, be a dominant champion? We know he has, but is the competition there? A lot of legends are not in the ESFL right now. We know like Goat 109, Beta X, and just people like that. But right now, Zyaf has this moment right now, Balian, to defend himself and to prove that he is as dominant as everyone says he is. And the young prodigy has a huge test, because GodAteMyPig, this guy's a freaking killer, and I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, he doesn't really have to prove much, because he has been, you know, a double defending champ, first time in history, one of the longest consecutive win streaks in ESFL history. But you are right, he is coming off a loss, so it's a chance to silence those naysayers. GodAteMyPig, though, 4-0 this season, so just shout out to that man for going 4-0. Not an easy thing to do. So well done to him. But here we are, main event, title fight, 5 rounds, Conor McGregor, mirror match here. Zyaf in the red, the challenger, GodAteMyPig in the blue gloves, and landed a big counter left hand right there after that missed teeper kick from Zyaf.
Yo, Gamp, man, Gamp is so good. I can't wait to see how this plays out. And Zyaf is just such a technical player, and his adjustments are insane, and his adaptability is second to none. But look at that side step right there by the challenger. Just beautiful.
Yeah,
stuff.
And he's ready to return those hands as well. Yeah, Zyaf having to come forward here and be the aggressor. God was doing a good job timing the side kicks and the push kicks. That time bailed on it. Zyaf returns with his own. But Zyaf having to be the one to chase him down, because he's the one who's getting off the shots and leading the down. So close right there. He took minimal damage from that. Ooh, and will take one knee to the head on the break, but does get put against the cage here, which, you know, small things like that, Rob, can lead to massive consequences, you know?
put against the cage, couple knees, a right hook, you get trapped. It's devastating out there if you get unlucky a little bit. And right now, Gamp looking very good. The champ also looking very good. This is a very close fight so far.
Yeah, I love the double jab rear uppercut from Zyaf right there and there as well. Paw to the body, jab to the head. So mixing up the elevation, trying to mix up his entries and his timing is really the thing he'll need to do against God. Now they're trading, and Zyaf is just outlanding him right there, or beating him to the punch twice in those exchanges.
And then with some sick combinations, a little bit off speed as well. Landed one, waited a second, delayed it, and then came with another one and definitely connected on GodAteMyPig. But GodAteMyPig, ooh, popped him again. The champion coming alive a little bit.
Yeah, God's not afraid to throw back right here. The double jab from Zyaf is doing absolute wonders for him right now. Used it there to establish the range, and as soon as God slid out of it, the head kick was coming. So double jab from Zyaf, go-to weapon right now. He loves that slip straight as well. Throw the slip straight into the head kick. Good work. The fact that Zyaf is letting those go means he's probably feeling a bit confident, but God definitely relaxing. Nice body kick right there, and the follow-up left hand.
For sure. You know Zyaf is well prepared. He never comes to a fight without making sure he's done his due diligence. But he's got an animal in front of him right now. GodAteMyPig, and this is very close. Damage in the favor of GodAteMyPig. I mean, he's getting the better of these exchanges. Even though Zyaf looks like he's landing the better shots, Gamp is sneaking in damage to the head and to the body.
Nice uppercut again right there from Zyaf, and a double jab straight. I'm telling you, that double jab from Zyaf is doing big work for him.
It is. It is sneaky and it's nice.
It's the end of the first round. All right, good close first round. Like you said, the damage advantage probably with GodAteMyPig. I'd say GodAteMyPig kind of took the first third of the round. Zyaf took the middle third, and then God kind of came back a little in the final.
I would say so. And here we go, round number 2.
Oh, it makes me nervous.
What makes you nervous?
When they just clash like that, you know,
right.
They just step forward, they both throw like hard combinations and just clash.
That's been the story of the night tonight. Oh, GodAteMyPig letting it go right now on the champion, and I knew this would be a huge fight for Zyaf. GodAteMyPig is a phenomenal fighter. He's improved so much. He's so dangerous. But the champion connects on him.
Yeah, overextended the combination, did Zyaf, and caught him with a lead uppercut on the end of it that I think God did not expect him to just go with a two-piece and be done. But the lead uppercut came at the end of the 1-2 right there, and it caught him flush as he was trying to trade on the inside. And it's a knockdown for Zyaf. He'll ride the momentum of that for as long as he can, just using the jab now to keep him on the outside of the octagon. Going to watch out for that body work from God. That's something that's been helping him so far in this fight and will slowly tip the scales as the fight continues. But Zyaf starting to get a bit more accurate now, leading with that lead hook. Fishing for a pull counter. Expect the head kick soon from Zyaf as well. Likes to find the timing, mix up the range on those. Left hand.
Oh, what a duck by GodAteMyPig, but what a combination by the champion. And that's what makes the young prodigy so dangerous, is his lethality. I mean, he's extremely accurate and methodical, and the more you fight him, the longer the rounds go, the more he's downloading what you're doing, and then he throws the kill combos. That jab lead hook, or that jab rear hook by Zyaf was devastating.
Yeah, Zyaf just content to just double jab right now, see what comes back, and then try and find the follow-up. He threw that 1-2-3 right there, and he had that uppercut charge. Didn't throw it, but it probably would have got another knockdown right there. Oh, God, entering the pocket now with low health and block, Rob. Determined to try and get this, get it back, get one back on him, but it's hard to tell in these fights, Rob, because Conor McGregor has so much power. You can just change the momentum of the fight at any instant. So Zyaf might be winning this fight.
Like that one, babe!
The head kick from the bottom there. The upkick keeps him in the fight. Jesus.
Oh my goodness, GodAteMyPig striking back. And now he's walking down the champion. But the movement, the pivots of Zyaf are so good. Like that one right there. And also Zyaf is using that combination I was talking about earlier. The jab lead hook straight, and it's so fast. But right now, Zyaf does have the head health advantage. But GodAteMyPig doing good work.
Yeah, and this is where the game gets fun as well, because it's about technicality and unforced errors. Because you're both so hurt. One mistake and it could be over, but Zyaf getting trapped against the cage with no block, uses the pivot to get himself out of that position. That could have been nasty. The jab there interrupts the rear kick. Doesn't throw the lead uppercut, but the two breaks through the block again. Now slips straight off the center line, but God's coming back, double jabbing towards the cage, trying to corral him out. But Zyaf pivots inside of the lead hook, gets away from it, takes back the center, and he's back on the pressure now with 10 seconds left in this second round. There's
My
that
goodness.
we talked about off the ducking straight. What a second round, Rob.
Holy crap, what a second round, and Gamp's doing a good job damaging, pushing Zyaf back against the cage, but Zyaf, his ability to choose the right way to go and choose the right time to pivot, I mean, he has some of the best pivots in the game. What a slip I got at my pig, coming back to shoot, and oh my goodness, what a third round already!
Yeah, really
Ow!
good. There's a big left hand from Zyaf, and the lead uppercut. Catches God as he level changes underneath, trying to take the head off the line to get away from the follow-up strike. Oh, no. Slipped on the last strike. Here comes the ground and pound from GodAteMyPig. Zyaf stays in there, slips, takes one shot on the chin, and now we're on the mat here, Rob. Another mount, though.
Oh my goodness, oh my god, he's going for the champion, big shot! Zyaf's in trouble! Almost out cold! And that's just incredible, the defense underneath from GodAteMyPig to frame, slip, get on top. And now Zyaf in so much trouble, denied now by Gamp. And he's gonna try to build that GA and maybe posture up. No, he's gonna go full mount, this is bad. Zyaf trying to escape, but a deny!
He tried to get cheeky with it, and now we're reposturing up. There's a double straight punch from God, though, and a slip from Zyaf, double jab lead. Oh, to the side. He missed it. And now he's going to
oh my god, this could be it! And no!
Done. Great
Holy
fight.
freak!
Great fight between both men. Thank you for putting on such a performance here tonight. Appreciation to those guys. I mean,
Let's go!
it was the highest level of this game, really, on display in that one. Zyaf gets the drop, one punch away from winning the strike via ground and pound, survives, but gets swept by GodAteMyPig. God takes top position, unloads ground and pound. Zyaf barely gets out. They're back to the feet, unloads a beautiful combination, a wheel kick at the end of it, which would have won him the fight, Rob, but somehow God level changes, gets underneath it. Zyaf unfortunately left with no stamina against the cage, no block, no head health left, and just gets railed with the follow-up combination. I mean, what a fight.
I mean, the whole fight was just chaotic and elegant all at the same time, and that sequence where Zyaf throws that spinning heel kick, I believe in, and GodAteMyPig has a wherewithal, the reaction, the timing to duck it, and then come forward, jab, perfect combinations, and then cracks the champion, and then finishes him, and that was a dangerous, motivated Zyaf. He almost had him out of there, but like I said, GodAteMyPig has come such a long way from when he first started in this scene, and now he is the champion, the Xbox champion, 5-0, undefeated, just took out one of the most dominant champions that we've ever seen in the ESFL, and that's why so many people were talking about this guy, Bailey, because he is a legend. GodAteMyPig.
A Gamp, as they call him now. Gamp Champ, excuse me, is here now. There we go. I mean, you got to give it to Zyaf. You know, when you're one strike away from winning a fight, I mean, that's just how close this game is sometimes. We talked about it during the fight. Zyaf was winning. And just as I said, the sentence about this is a Conor McGregor mirror match and any counter could completely spin the momentum back the other way. He immediately lands a counter and does exactly that. So what a tough contest. It's just when two guys are that good, Rob, you could have that fight 10 times and I do not know how it would end every single time. I mean, it's literally that close, but it matters who won tonight. GodAteMyPig gets it done. Like you said, ducked the wheel kick. Great work right there. Zyaf went for, through the Hail Mary on that one. Unfortunately not able to get a win tonight. Another loss for the champ, but this is a man who's been at the top for the longest time. I mean, statistically, he's been at the top longer than anyone else ever as a champion in the ESFL. So it's understandable. Eventually, you'll find someone that will catch up with you. And, people like Zyaf, they raise the bar for everybody. Everybody gets better when this guy is champion, and they did go. It's been a journey for him. He's got better over a long period of time and is now champion, 5-0. Like you said, undefeated this season. Let's see if he can hold on to that undefeated record as well, because he'll have some tough defenses. I don't know if Zyaf is staying on Xbox. I think he's going back to PlayStation as well. And people saying Zyaf lost his touch. I don't know. I disagree. I think in that fight, that was a 50-50 fight right there. 100%. Both guys are so good. They're both playing Conor McGregor. Zyaf didn't really mix in you know, a lot of what he used to do. You know, he used to be a well-rounded fighter. In that matchup, went for the striker versus striker matchup right there in GodAteMyPig. Makes it a little bit more 50-50 when you fight like that as well, Rob. You take away that element of being able to secure takedowns and stuff like that. So it would be interesting to see maybe a rematch between the two where Zyaf tries to incorporate a well-rounded game plan as opposed to just committing to the striking. But hey, man, God might be really good on the ground. Certainly maintain top control long enough to unleash a lot of ground and pound and hold that position as well. Zyaf was trying to get up. So at the end of the day, a close fight. Congratulations to the new champion, GodAteMyPig. I'm sure we will see Zyaf back as well. But goddamn, Rob, that was fun.
Extraordinary. And yeah, like Zyaf is a unique champion because he did hold a belt on, you know, both consoles for so long. And when he would go out there, he would make unique picks. He would make the fights exciting. He wasn't, you know, he's putting himself at risk when he was in these bouts. And this fight right here against Gamp, I think his biggest test on the Xbox side, he was so very close, razor close to finishing Gamp. I mean, that was, he almost had it. It was right in his reach. But that's the game sometimes, you know, in a one-fight situation, anything can happen. You know, best of 3 series is a whole nother ball game. But in this setup, in these scenarios, you know, it's so hard to do what Zyaf did to hold the belts for so long. And he is the greatest champion we have ever seen. And it's been an honor to call his fights. And I know he will be back with a vengeance. And but right now we have to congratulate GodAteMyPig, you know, rising from the ashes, grinding out the game, learning the skills, and beating Zyaf, who is like a legend, like the Anderson Silva effect. You see him across from you, you're like, oh my God, I'm fighting Zyaf. What is happening? And he fought amazingly and gets the win with a crazy play. And I can't wait to see him fight again. And it should be, it's going to be a tall task to take the belt out of GodAteMyPig's hand with now that championship confidence.
And you guys voted as well, 90% of the votes. Zyaf versus GodAteMyPig, fight of the night for ESFL 129 there as well. So you guys enjoyed it that much? All right, okay. Excuse me. Right, news. Tomorrow we have the start of the USFC, I believe it's called. You've been seeing us run the stinger for it. Why don't we go ahead and run it really quickly right now just to show you guys what's going on tomorrow. It is a new league here in the ESFL network. It's debuting tomorrow. There's a ton of hype around it. These guys who are running it put tons of work and effort into it. We've got Bane and Frank who will be calling the action tomorrow right here. Same time. Can we go to that trailer now? Okay, it looks like we're doing it. Let's do it.
Go!
All right, welcome to the Underground, taking place tomorrow night right here. 3 p.m. Eastern is the time right there as well. 3 championship fights. And yeah, the promos were really good, right, Rob? These guys are putting in a lot of hard work. That was a great little trailer.
I like the music. I like the vibe. Got me sucked in. I'm ready to go.
All right. There we go. So yeah, we got Bane and Frank doing that tomorrow for you, 3 p.m. Next weekend, there will not be ESFL 130. There is no event next weekend. You have to wait till the week afterwards for that one. But next Sunday, there will be a prime time event on Sunday. So catch that one, same time as always, 3 p.m. Eastern here for the ESFL. Right, guys, thank you very much for joining us tonight for the Esports Fight League. 129 is in the books. The champion Zyaf unable to defend his title tonight. We have a new champion on Xbox, GodAteMyPig. So look forward to him defending his title next time we see you. From myself, Balian, and all of the ESFL team, thank you very much for joining us. Go catch the end of the UFC card, unless you got Fight Pass, you know, just rewind it back. That's what I'm going to do. Rob, any final words from you this evening?
Everybody, stay positive. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for being here. Hope you guys enjoy the shows. I always enjoy this. Balian, Beckett, I love y'all. And yeah, can't wait to do the next one. See you later.
All right. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. See you tomorrow for the Underground. Goodbye.
See you.
pass, already try. Oh, beautiful counter to the takedown. Thank you for joining us tonight.
A disadvantage to Zyaf, but then he.
Waiting too much on Trickzzy. Nice shooter, good turning.
Watching on Twitch, watching on YouTube, watching from around the world tonight. I know the UFC isn't on right now, but guess what? The virtual octagon is here.